This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of playoff live streams here on the channel today. I'll start off first off, if you're just tuning in for the first time here tonight, my apologies for not having anything to say yesterday. I needed a recover, and rest up day, and that's what I took. Is going into overtime on a Monday night at an 8 p.m. puck drop is not always ideal, and thankfully we got some good rest in yesterday and took care of business. So I did have a video planned for yesterday called About Game 1, Oilers versus Kings, but we didn't have to worry about that too much. So thankfully that's where we're at. Now, friends, I'm just going to get going because the Condors are just about ready to get underway for Game 1. And I'm going to go get it, because those Bakersfield Condors, they've got a tall task in front of them. They've got 3 straight games on the road against the Abbotsford Canucks, and hopefully a victory awaits them in Abbotsford tonight. Jeffrey, Stoney, Alvin, Justin, Daniel, welcome in everybody as we're getting underway for things tonight. We should be almost ready for playoff hockey yet again. The Oilers and Kings coverage will begin at 8 p.m. Mountain Time on Sportsnet, so they're just running the highlights of Game 1 prior to puck drop tonight. So in case you're wondering what the heck's going on there on your television sets like I just was, you saw my eyeballs looking up there like, I'm kind of confused. Well, that's because they're showing the replay there. So, James, thank you for being along for the ride for that long. Really appreciate it. I mean, it's been a trying past 5-6 years, that's for sure, as has all my tenure on YouTube. But I think this is, and so far has been, the best year I've had doing the Oilers stuff in particular, and really doing anything on YouTube. So hoping we can continue to do that the right way the rest of the way home through the playoffs here. I'm going to take my time getting underway tonight, because obviously that's something a little bit smarter. And Michael, if we lose today, it's over. Losing Janmark really hurts both 5v5 and PK. So friends, if you're unfamiliar with the situation with Matthias Janmark, looks like he is out of the lineup for at least the series, potentially longer. That's what I've read. So we're going 11-7 from what I understand, unless something changes and we go 12-6. But I think we're going 11-7. And that's where I'm hoping the Oilers 11-7 recipe works, because we have not won in the past 2 years in the playoffs playing the Kings 12-6. So if we go 11-7, I imagine we blow them out of the building tonight. That's just the hope. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because we saw what happened last time round. But yes, Matthias Janmark out. I did call him my X Factor, so I ain't going to pick another X Factor. You guys can do all that because I don't want to curse another guy and ruin his series, so I won't do that. And Jeffrey, to your comment there now about Tucson playing Coachella, kind of an instant loss. I don't know. I wouldn't say. I think that's kind of the old Boston Bruins thing right there, is what everyone's hoping for Florida. So I'm hoping that for you as well. And James, hey, you know what? That's the craziest realization I had at one point this year. Is I had a video earlier on in the year where I got like 6,000-7,000 views on it. I'm like, oh, that video crushed it. Cool. Things are hitting a turning point. But the comments were like negative, harping on me for saying something, harping on me for doing the title like that, whatever. And then I had this kind of mind moment where I'm like, wait a minute, let me divide some numbers here. So I took the 63 comments divided by the 7,000 views, and not to say that I don't appreciate the comments, but when you look at how many people comment versus how many people watch, really puts into perspective just how awesome everybody is that watches the stuff, right? Whether you have something negative or positive to say, it really just kind of blew my mind looking at that number that way. It's like, wait a minute. So you're telling me almost 7,000 people watched the video without saying anything negative? That's not bad at all, right? So that was kind of one of those turning points in my season this year that really got me going down the stretch here. Salinas, welcome in. You're saying we need McDavid to do what he does best tonight. Yeah, that's obviously, I think, at any point if Connor McDavid scored a goal in Game 1, we probably come out with an entirely different outcome. I think we'd all agree with that. If Connor McDavid scored a goal in Game 1, it's different ball game tenfold. And that to you as well, tuning in from Dagestan. Hope you're having a great night as well. And let's go Oilers. We must win tonight. That is for sure. Benny, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, unless you're talking about the Oilers fans being really riled up after game one. Honestly, I was going to tell you a little bit about that video I had titled about game one that I was going to upload last night that I didn't. I will tell you, I have nothing, literally nothing to be upset about game one. Game one, just for those of you watching right now, our little secret between you and the 20 of, or me and the 20 of you watching, game one was my most watched Oilers live stream ever. Did the results suck? Yes. Did taking all those penalties suck? Yes. Did the disallowed goals suck? Did this or that suck? Sure. But when you literally have, after 10 years and 5 years doing the Oilers stuff, a career best live stream, I got nothing to complain about. Literally nothing to complain about. So that's where I'd be sitting on that one, is I've got nothing to be complaining about after game one. And if I do, I really need to take a lap and figure out what I'm doing here. So that's where we're at with that one, just saying. And FND. I know what you want me to say, and I know I'm not going to say it. I took a moment. I was going to say it, but then I didn't. Yeah, 26 minutes plus 10 minutes to go. Yeah, it's going to be a long time till the start of game one tonight. That's fine and dandy. We'll manage. They just showed Bouchard's second goal there against the Kings in game one. And James, thank you for tuning in. And from Arizona, appreciate that as well. A little bit of global audience there. I love it. Sorry, trying to crush the BioSteel. Trying to reverse the curse tonight. And Riley, you were right there with me. Absolutely. It was an interesting game one, that is for sure. And LA, welcome in. I'm doing all right tonight. Like I said, I loved game one, so give me game two. And I think Patrick and I talked about it a little bit. I don't want to go too far behind the scenes like I sometimes do, but Patrick and I talked about it. We hit a pretty nice little round number between our two live streams in terms of views on game one. So we're looking to try and push that to the next round number. And if you're thinking in terms of 2,500 views at a time, if you go calculate both on our channels what we kind of hit in game one, we'd like to try and outdo that tonight. Obviously, I don't know if overtime is going to happen tonight. Can't afford overtime tonight, but right, that's where we're just going to see what we can do tonight here against the Kings. And then as we get going here, what else we got? Donald, welcome in. I think that's the same sentiment as everybody's got tonight. Let's just take this one. Let's go beat the Kings. Let's make it a series and let's have some fun. Because I will tell you, I will promise you this right now. Should we go down 2-0, I have already made the promise to those friends in Bakersfield who are watching their boys on the ice, our boys on the ice in Bakersfield, with the handlebars. I don't know if you've seen that on Twitter. The boys in Bakersfield all have handlebars going right now. I promise you, we go down 2-0 in this series, you will see this beard go away, and I will have the handlebars to try and reverse this as fast as possible. I shaved after game one against the Flames last year, clean, and then we rallied off 4 straight wins. So we're looking for something similar if we end up going down 2-0, which I don't think we are going to, because as we get to Upcycle's comment here, Connor is mad, and I'm not the only one who sees this. Exactly. Connor McDavid, after a game one loss, you know he gets pretty upset, and you know he goes on a tear of vengeance. It happened against the Blackhawks. I think it happened a little bit against the Jets, even though we got swept, and I think it as well happened against LA last year. So we'll see what happens tonight. Yeah, that's where we're at. And James, how many people were in here for game one? Friends, you want to hear something that was absolutely nuts about that overtime? I'll give you a stat. I've got this on my phone somewhere. I think it's right here. Looking for it. I don't have it here. I have it in a text message, actually. Let's go over here. 547 people was the peak in the live stream against the Kings in game one. I highly doubt we outdo that tonight. But, like I said, I can't predict if we're going to have overtime or not, just like I couldn't on game one. So hopefully we don't, but hopefully, for numbers' sake, we do. Sorry, I'm just watching all these highlights and reliving what was a fun game one. As we get going here as well. LA, Velarde is playing tonight. Hopefully Fiala is back at some point in the series. honestly, I think the more star power LA has in the lineup, I think the worse it is for them. I think the biggest thing they had in game one going for them is they felt like they were fighting from behind the whole game. And that's kind of what worked in their favor late in the game is they had to work from behind and they were kind of the underdog because of that situation and they just played that card perfectly. Not saying LA is an underdog in the series by any stretch, but right down a couple of guys, big guys, everyone's counting them out and they just kept fighting to the bitter end and the Oilers let off the gas in the third. Voila, you end up losing in overtime. So that's what I'm looking to see a little bit different tonight. Hey now, welcome in. We're hoping for that blowout win tonight, absolutely. And I just dribbled BioSteel all over myself. Of course I did. Because why wouldn't I do that? Classic. This poor pink shirt needs to be retired after this. And as we get going here as well, FND, I can't handlebar. I have a weak stash game. Yeah, you know what? If it weren't for these weak connectors here, I'd be able to handlebar a little bit. But my handlebars are the kind of handlebars that kind of tell you, ooh, you got to stay away from this guy. And yeah, it's a tough go for me because this beard game is pretty good nowadays, but I never really developed the old corner pieces as well as I wish I could have. Maybe if the beard comes up a little bit more, but again, maybe not. Classic. Yeah, no, it's been an interesting go with the facial hair. I think that's one of the things that I make a pretty big fuss about here on the channel quite a bit is always how my facial hair is looking and stuff. So let me see here as I'm just going to go over to the Oilers Twitter just momentarily, see if we can find out anything that we need to know for this game one tonight. Try and steer away from the comments section for a little bit. I know we're very early and very ahead of the curve tonight, so there's not much we have to gain on being that early. We don't quite have the numbers to do roll call, so we won't. The stage is set, so there's nothing there. Luke Gazdik's downtown if you want to go meet him in Edmonton, but I think you've already missed him because he was there till 7:15. Canes versus Islanders, game 2 overtime, so we go to YouTube to check how my man John from Hot Take Hockey is doing. 132 people watching live at once. Yeah, that must be overtime. Must not be bad at all for him. And let's just see here. What else we got? There's nothing here. Oilers roll call. Nothing here. 200. Yeah, there's nothing in terms of the Oilers news that I'm seeing, so we don't have much to worry about as of yet, which is good. So we won't worry about nothing as of yet. And we'll just go with it for now as we'll just kind of rock and roll along. Brian, welcome in. No more stupid penalties. I think that's the one thing I can get behind. I don't want stupid penalties. Down the stretch in this hockey game, I could definitely avoid those, that's for sure. And F&D still talking about the facial area. I should have shaved clean, but I felt like I was going to go with a style this year. And like I was going to do the cast chops, and then I'm like, no, I'm pretty convinced on this style. And then I never really did much with it. I just kind of shaved the tops of my cheeks more or less. But hopefully, this works and I don't have to do the Calgary Game 1 shave after tonight. And like I said, the handlebars, I don't even know if that's going to get it done. Nathan, welcome in. Hope everything's going good for you. Brian as well. Welcome in as I'm seeing a couple of just regulars trickle on in here. And we're getting things up and started on the live stream here. We're about 14 minutes into the stream. Not bad. I actually started at 7:30 like I planned on. Had a couple of different things happen today after work that I wasn't sure if we were going to get going on time or not. But just to say, we're already up to 4.81 hours watched on the stream. So we're cruising along, I'd say, to begin. And Ace going right along the lines with the blowout as well. So we don't mind that at all. We'll take a blowout. That's what we're hoping for. Just hopefully in the Oilers' favor. Jackal, welcome in as well. So that's where we're at right now. We're just getting things up and underway. I'm just taking my time. What I learned after game 1 is on these playoff live streams, you kind of gotta pace yourself. That's the most difficult thing, is right when I look at my excitement for the overtime goal, I lost it. I lost my bananas on that one because I thought we had pulled it off just by choking it in the third. And then I had to giddy up and get going again for the rest of overtime to the worst possible outcome. So we're going to learn from that a little bit and pace ourselves a little bit better tonight and hopefully start off a little bit better, hopefully get going. I don't think the play-by-play was too terrible in game one, but try and do a better job of staying focused, working a little harder on the call, and getting this going because we've got a large shoes to fill after game one. We just, as I said, if you're just tuning in, I was recapping the other stream there for game one. That was the best Dolynny TV Edmonton Oilers live stream of all time. And it's like number 5 all time in terms of live streams I've done on the channel. Right up there with like the MLB Home Run Derby, the MLB All-Star Game in 2017, and a couple other things I've done. So, yeah, we're hoping to follow up and outdo it, me and Patrick, as we're both looking to expand on our numbers by a percentage or so tonight. Hopefully we get going. As Jeffrey, you're talking about facial hair there again. Donald, welcome into the stream. Missed you there. And what do we got? Gavis, welcome in. Really hope they move Kane to the top line tonight. Demont Yammer. I don't think Yamamoto's on the top line. I think Yamamoto is on the line with Kane and Draisaitl. So unless you're talking about the Draisaitl line being in the top line, I that one just kind of confused me there. But if you got something, I think what we're going to see just in terms of confusion. Speaking of confusion in the lines, is we're seeing 11-7 tonight with Janmarko. So I think what's going to happen is the Oilers are going to really blender up the lines like they normally do 11-7. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Vander Kane up there quite a bit with Connor McDavid tonight. That, I guess, is the answer you're looking for. And F&D, you're already, you're almost 40, and Stuart Skinner already has way better facial hair than me. Man, Stuart Skinner, man, that's a stash. That is a stash and a half. If I could have that kind of stash, we wouldn't be having conversations about facial hair. Yeah, no, I will tell you the secret. I know we're talking a lot about facial hair, and I mean we've got a lot of time to kill, so we can. The secret to my facial hair, honestly, was when I was in college there in 2014 and 15, is I shaved every day with an electric razor. Grinded my face every day with an electric razor for about 6 months straight. I think it was between September 2015 and that would get me to about March 2016. And I just grinded my face every single day with an electric razor. And then suddenly over time it started filling out pretty good. I kind of after March 2016 started letting it grow out a little bit and seeing where it was going. And I had a pretty good little goat going there for a while in 2016, to be honest with you. Let's see what else we got. Alvin's going to be pretty disappointed if the series goes 2-0 Kings. Yeah, I think a lot of us would be. I think a lot of us would probably ditch the bandwagon pretty quick, I would say, like some people did after Game 1. But I also don't think you can count the Oilers out no matter what the series is at, because prime Connor, prime Leon, and Stuart Skinner in net, good combination. Let's see what else we got. What am I missing? Woody needs to be a disciplinarian if they even take one moronic penalty. That's actually what I honestly thought I'd see after Kane took that first penalty, is a little bit of a benching. Not necessarily like a send the message, but send the message to the entire team. Hey, look, I'm watching. You be careful out there. And like not penalize them, but just make them miss a shift or two and just send the message. But I don't think we really saw that. Maybe missed one, but didn't really see that at all. And Tim, welcome in. Good evening, sir. Hope you're enjoying. I hope things are looking good for the start of the hockey game for you. And Jeffrey, you can't stand the electric razors. I honestly, I use clippers. I don't really bear shave very often. I've had to with how this facial hair is set up now for the playoffs, but I just use head trimmers, right? The old hair clippers. And I just clip it down with a number 2, and that's where I usually set it and forget it. So that's actually been kind of what I've been using for the longest while now. And What else do we got? We got Christine coming in, missing the game. No, nobody's missing nothing in the game. It's 7:50. We have got plenty of time to kill. There's a good reason why we've got about 50 of you aboard right now. Everybody's just waiting for things to get underway. I'm going to give you another watch time update here as we're creeping along into the start of the stream, and we are already at 9.45 hours. So I don't know if we're going to get close to that 50 hours within prior to puck drop, but there is potential that we get that done tonight, and that would be pretty fantastic if we could. And hey now, you're surprised I don't have the Manscaped promo. It ain't for a lack of them reaching out, I'll tell you that much. They've reached out plenty of times, and I just don't respond. That stuff don't really interest me, to be honest with you. My sponsorship that I want, you know what I want. I want the big boy stuff. I think I should try and pursue this a little bit heavier. The old BioSteel sponsorship would be absolutely electric. Just honestly, I tried it out right after the Oilers and the NHL announced that it was their drink of choice for the 2023 season. And honestly, I've been hooked ever since. Not a sales pitch here, by the way. Just simply, I tried it when I was out on the delivery truck in about plus 30. Drove out to Cochrane one day, delivered a whole bunch of sheet metal into a house, and I was dying, and I'm like, I gotta try this BioSteel stuff. And I got 10 minutes out of Cochrane, and I'm like, all right, let's go do the next one. I was just jacked right up, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. That's actually really weird. So that was where I was at. And I've loved it ever since. They've come out with multiple new flavors that are really solid. The peach is absolutely fantastic. And the last thing you saw last game there, Gavus, was Nurse with Ekholm. Why not keep the pairs together? We were told when Ekholm was acquired that we would see Nurse and Ekholm in the playoffs a little bit. Sucks that we had to see it in game one. I'm a little upset about that. That's more of a desperation move. Go to in game 7 when you need to clamp down. But at the end of the day, we were trying to protect the lead. We were trying to win in overtime. I get it, but it sucks a little bit too having to see that already out of the start. And you guys are still talking facial hair. And Stoney, let's beat the refs tonight. You know what? Here's the thing, right? I can complain about the refs for you all you want. End of the day for me, I'll just go to the self-defense thing here and literally say that was the best live stream of my career doing the Oilers. So I have no right to be upset. That's the tough part. No matter what came of that hockey game, I have no reason to be upset because it was the best it ever has been, and maybe the best it'll still be after tonight. I don't know. We'll find out in a matter of about 3 hours time. Simon, welcome in. Glad to have you aboard again. See, we're getting all the regulars in here again, so we're hoping to get everything started here. And Ace is out to watch the game. We'll catch you. See you in the second or third. You'll still stay around. Sounds good. And Michael, Oilers might go 12-6 with Shore in. See, I don't want to go 12-6. I want to go 11-7 and beat the LA Kings. We've never beat them in the playoffs with an 11 or a 12-7 situation, so I'd like to try and get that done a little bit different. And what else do we get going here? Is there anything? Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Stu leads the charge for the Oilers. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. So hopefully the Oilers figure it out and do something of substance going 11-7. That'd be great. But still, that Draisaitl 3-1 goal was absolutely unreal, by the way. We have got to see more of that. And Jeffrey, you get Pacific time half the year in Arizona. I did not know that. That is an interesting goal. And yeah. LA also talking about the elephant in the room. That Lightning Leafs game last night. Oof. You know, I honestly didn't check the score once. I watched TV till 8 o'clock, went to bed, didn't have a clue. Didn't check Twitter, didn't do nothing last night. I think I checked when it was 1-0 for Lightning. And I had seen the Michael Bunting something or other. That's all I knew of that game. And then I went to work this morning and everybody's like, man, the Leafs got destroyed last night. I'm like, what? 7-3? Oh boy, that's rough. So that made me feel a little bit better about our game the other night. That's actually what I have to say for sure. And Brian, the Bruins are losing 3-2. Hold on, let's go check the scores here, friends. Florida on top 3-2 in the third period, about 14:50 to go. Minnesota and Dallas have just gotten underway, 17:20 in the first. And New York, Carolina going to overtime, but who cares? That's the question. Who cares? Do you care? I don't know if I care about that series. Maybe a little bit because they're former Stanley Cup final foes, but yeah, that's interesting. Three-legged guy. Hey, three-legged guy. Come here. Buddy. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come here. Kitty, 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 kitty. Try and get the special guest from last game back on here. We'll try and see what that happens. And yeah, we need to, I think everybody's still saying we need to be careful with penalties. I won't tell you you're wrong. I definitely won't tell you you're wrong. The less suspect stuff you do, the less penalties you take, the better off we probably are. And apparently we're the power play merchants, by the way. This was word from the Bakersfield Insider. But apparently we're the guys that really succeed on the power play. And somehow, some way, LA beat us on the power play. I couldn't tell you. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. Other teams are good on the power play. Who knew? Upcycle, the next 2 games in LA will be interesting to observe the refs. NHL playoffs, the crappy refs will be gone after round 1. Well, as you're saying, one could hope, can't they? And I really don't, again, everyone complaining about the refs. I don't know what to tell you here because I just don't feel I have a right to complain, nor do I want to complain. It just ain't worth it in game 1. You give me game 7 when the series is decided on a bad call or something, I'll jump right on that bandwagon with you. But for game 1, they got to set the tone too, just like the players and the coaches and the goalies. I'll brush off game 1, 7-game series. We just need to win 4 of the next 6, and we're good to go. So I'm not too concerned as of yet, but not liking where this is going. And F&D, how do you get to not have to wait a minute to say something? So, for those of you tuning in, I don't think I've ever explained this. I throw slow chat on. Why I throw slow chat on is, you may remember a couple of months ago, a year ago, whatever, YouTube used to have really bad problems with spam links, spam accounts coming into the chat all the time. Like really throwing in spam stuff a lot. And what I did was throw on the slow chat to kind of slow that down. And what I also found that kind of counteracted is, you always get on every live stream those people who come into the stream and they're typing goal, 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 goal 5, 6, 7 times in a row, like all together right away. I'm not a fan of that. To be honest with you, I like when you guys tell me it's a goal before it's a goal, but when I see my chat doing this, going off crazy because of a goal, and I'm about a half minute behind, it's distracting, and it just it wasn't something that I was really a big fan of, so I changed it. And that applies to everybody. Everybody in the chat has 26 seconds slow chat on, so again, it's not something that any individual has to come up against. It's just kind of the nature of where we're at. And ooh, there we go. I finally got a good enough highlight to see Derek Ryan's high stick. 2 days late, but now I understand it's a high stick. Never saw that angle before, so that's good to know. But yeah, that's just the explanation right there. And what else do we got? Drift, Oilers are a better team. They're going to win in either 5 or 6 games. That's kind of the exact thing I'm saying, right? The Oilers can still win in 5. Here, let me word this way. This is how you'll understand. You can't win in 5 without losing game 1. Right? It makes sense. Still checks out. It kind of gets sketchy if you go from there. All right, as we get going, Gavs, welcome in. And 4-2 Panthers. So you're coming in with the score. I was trying to figure out what that was, and I'm like, oh, wait, that's the score of the Panthers game, because Tim came in with the 4-2 Panthers score as well, and so did Salinas. So you guys are keeping up to track, and this is what we need, right? If you throw in the scores of the other games while I'm live, I'm going to be able to get to that. Just I don't go to the Oilers stuff to not mess up the play-by-play in case I ever want to, if I ever want to, how do I say this? clip it and throw it up as a short. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And everybody tuning in here, Sartak and Ruby, welcome in as everybody's coming in. Scout as well. And I don't think we've missed anyone. Drift as well. Welcome in. So we've got everybody getting back in here. Oilersaurus, welcome in as well. You guys should be almost live over there, shouldn't you? Let me go check that. I haven't gotten the notification yet. I know the Oilers Fanatic just definitely hasn't posted 3 videos in the past 48 hours because it's that nice time of year where you don't have to do that because there's no news. But they just showed the LA Kings game-winning goal in Game 1. And now with that, I am ready for Game number 2. Intro queued up. Let's get this job started. Friends, the pregame slowly coming to an end. I promise you that. As we're going to see some Kings-Oilers stuff to begin this intro as Scout going with the Oilers. Yeah, let's go boys. Let's go Oilers. I can take both and Spectral. The Oilers doing the gentleman sweep. Oilers in 5. Yeah, we did it to the Flames. Why not the Kings? A little bit of violence is never a bad thing. Am I from Edmonton? No. I'm from originally from Cold Lake, but also now down here in southern Alberta on the acreage just outside of Calgary, to be honest with you. And upcycle the I think half. Okay. You're saying Rogers Place is going to be louder than it was in Game 1? I don't mind that. I do not mind that at all. I could take that. And Oilers sort of throwing Scout under the bus for not having the chant going in the Oilers Fanatic stream the other night. That's the cool thing, honestly. So what I love about what we've got going in this Oilers community, right, is you think about a community, no matter who's posting, it's all generally the same people watching all the different stuff, right? If you want to say that, okay, the Oilers YouTube channel has 60,000 subscribers, so that's the base of YouTube viewers for Oilers stuff. Well, you think about it, right? That means Patrick and I and Toff over there on their live stream and my live stream, we all have the same people tuning in, generally speaking, technically. I mean, yes, will there be some random folks along the way? Have you never been over to Patrick the Oilers Fanatic stream before? More than likely, if you're watching back home, there might be some of you doing that. But what I love is just kind of how those dynamics play out. And what I've really found out here is, as we also found out with Peyton going on MIA, according to some of you back home, I haven't checked out the landscape here lately because obviously I'm doing this now again. We have a fantastic community of fans, right? Everybody's out there checking everything out, supporting each other, and I really love it all because it's fantastic to see. And the best part is this community has built itself up so much from where I started in 2018 that we are really on a good place if we go deep in these playoffs. It could be a really, really fun time. So we're hoping. Patrick, you have a great stream. I hope that was a great explanation of what you always explain to me. What I just tried to explain is what Patrick and I go back and forth talking about all the time. So hopefully that worked out the right way and I worded that right. If not, Patrick will word that over in his stream. Once it's live, I'll have it linked at the top of the chat for you to get going. So that's where we're at. And Justin, yes, this is something I should say. Friends, if you haven't hit that like button yet, definitely please consider doing that. That'd be great. We ended up with over like 170 likes on the stream last game. I would love to try and outdo that tonight. And I gotta try and explain that as much as possible throughout the stream. Jesse, welcome in. Glad to have you aboard. And I don't think we've missed anyone else. Hey, now just saying the hockey community is great. Yeah, like it's pretty easy to build an Oilers community because of how great the hockey community is. And I think what I'm just really hoping for is that us and the Kings fans don't go at it head-to-head angrily this series. Like Game 1, be upset at the factors. I'm not upset at the Kings at all. I'm not upset at Kings fans at all. And I hope that in some way Kings fans aren't upset with us or the Oilers at all. Give me violence in 7 games and I'm good with it because that's great for what we're all doing here, right? We love the drama and that's really all I'm hoping for. So What else do we got going on? We've got, geez, yes, the Carolina 4-3 final in OT. So that one wrapped up rather quick. That wouldn't even been worth live streaming, to be honest with you, if I was to pull that one off. And Brian, you watched Steve Dangle's streams of the Leafs game last night. I haven't watched any Steve Dangle streams this year, mainly because the Steve Dangle streams are usually running up against mine personally. So it's either I'm hopping into Patrick's quickly to say hi or just doing my own thing. But I definitely have to, in the off season, go out and evaluate kind of what everybody else is doing and kind of what is going on in the YouTube space here in terms of Oilers stuff and in terms of hockey coverage, because it would be really interesting to kind of learn off some people, run some ideas past some people, and get to know some more people. So, Oilers Fanatic Stream. Let me just link that at the top there for you. Boom, good to go. And boom, let me go to pin message. Perfect. There we go. We have got that pinned. We are good to go. As we should be almost ready to rock and roll. Jeffrey, I do have myself a nice view of the mountains. And Camille, I missed your comment earlier about welcoming. Glad to have you along. That's fantastic to again see everybody in here for game number 2. And what else do we got? Ruby, who's this Tyson guy you speak up? That would be me. That would be me. It might be Dolynny TV, but that comes from a guy named Tyson. I will tell you that much. Alana, welcome in. I'm hoping you're enjoying your, what would it be? It would be Thursday afternoon. It's almost the weekend, especially if you're working a 4-day work week. Hey, let's go. That'd be all right. And what else do we got here? Benny, yeah, then that's exactly right. Is the fans who threw the trash on the ice post game, that's a whole nother thing I don't want to speak to. Obviously, if you caught my live stream on Monday night, you know, I pretty much said, well, the Kings win. I'm disappointed because I wanted the Oilers to win. I wanted this to keep going. We were just having the best live stream ever. And then it had to end that way. And I pretty much signed off, went to bed, and was asleep at midnight. That was how I finished up. I didn't really fall into any of the drama post game, so I didn't really know what was going on there at the end of things. So that's my apologies if I missed something and I should have talked about it in the pregame, but I think we're all good there. Brian, you're saying that the Oilers are going 11-7 tonight. I don't mind that. Like I said, I want the Oilers to go 11-7 because that means we're going to win against the Kings. And that's hopefully what we get going. And Scott, welcome in as well, as we should be ready to rock and roll. And again, friends, as Camille's pointing out, if you haven't seen already, I am rocking the Cherry Lime BioSteel again tonight. That's all I got in the fridge. I threw that up on Twitter as just a misdirection, but it's all I've got in the fridge for the first 4 games of the series. And if that's all I get to drink this series, we are going to have a problem because we need to win in 5, not lose in 4. And what else do we got? At the end of the day, somebody has got to lose, and I come with positive vibes. That's the toughest part of this series. Friends, I think, to be honest with you, the way I would have liked this Kings-Oilers rematch to come is in the later rounds, whether it be in the second round, whether it be in the third round. Because this one, right, I think if you ask Kings fans, they deserved a much better fate down the stretch, and they deserve to have a much better seeding in the playoffs, whether it be first or second or home ice, whatever you want to generalize it as. And you know what? Yeah, the Kings series was feisty last year. Everything between the Oilers and Kings this year has kind of had a weird edge to it because of what happened. And honestly, that's what's good for hockey. That's what makes hockey fun to watch. So am I going to be upset at the Kings for that? Am I going to hate the Kings for that? No, I want the Kings to play the Oilers as much as humanly possible because of that. That's kind of the counterproductive strategy to it. Josh is going for the Kings tonight as well, but Edmonton is probably going to pop off in his mind. And this is kind of where, right, round back in Oilers fans. Connor McDavid's upset. The Oilers don't like how the game finished. I think you probably see a pretty different game tonight, that's for sure. And what do we got? We've got Dallas 1-0 in the first. Yeah, and the Oilers, of course, lost a bad game last year as well. We lost game 1 last year. That's, again, part of why I'm not panicking. We are perfectly fine. I'm thinking we'll be good to go. And, yeah, no, it's I'm excited to see. I'm excited to just see what comes of it tonight. I'm not going to worry too much. And hopefully we're good to go here in a matter of a few moments. Yeah, I would say, Scott, for those Panthers, that's what I was trying to spit out. The Panthers up 4-2 over top of the Bruins, 7:34 left in the first or third. Well, hopefully, I want the Panthers to put up a fight. We need the Bruins to get beat up as much as possible if we want to beat them in the Cup final. That's what I said all along. So I'm hoping the Panthers beat up on the Bruins as much as possible. Not that they get knocked out, but I just want to see them get beat up as much as possible. Scotty talking about getting beat up, wants to see a goalie fight. I like it. And what else we got? Ryder, how long till we can watch the game? Unfortunately, again, friends, if you're just tuning in for the first time here, I can't show the game due to copyright. I think that's the answer you get from everybody. But just to say, this is something, I will have the play-by-play for you. I am a trained broadcaster. If you want the credentials, I graduated from NAIT in 2016 with a radio and television broadcasting diploma. And secondary, I have called as high as Junior B hockey, Game 7s, playoffs, second rounds, stuff like that, provincials. So I do have a good little resume to add to just doing this out of my basement. So I hope that's good enough for all of you watching back home that unfortunately can't watch the game. Live it through me. I appreciate that. Makes my dreams kind of come true a little bit, despite living in the sheet metal industry right now. So that's where we'll cover that off. And how different can the game get? More likely Kings come out better and Oiler play declines a little. Notorious, what I'm hoping, I think the only caveat to that is the Oilers play a full 60, right? I think the Oilers let off the gas a little bit at the end of that game, and just a few more tight notches, you probably don't lose in overtime. But again, you also had 2 disallowed goals and X, Y, and Z. So I can play the what if and how game for the Oilers all I want. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to, I don't care what it takes, win the hockey game. And I think that you'd probably agree with that one pretty as much as well. Carp, welcome in. And what else do we got here? It's time to heat some frozen pizzas. I actually went to the grocery store and I was looking at frozen pizzas yesterday, and I instead decided to make corn chowder. I will tell you, my corn chowder kicks butt. That's for sure. Must say that for sure. Let's go here. 5-2 for the Panthers now. So Scott's got that update for us. The Panthers just going to walk away with Game 2 against the Bruins. I like it. And that would be really surprising to see the Bruins knocked out in the first round. I've already explained that, but I just hope they get beat up real bad. And obviously Bergeron's not playing due to injury, so there's a couple of things happening there, that's for sure. Allen, yes, got the goal. 5-2, Sam Bennett scores the goal. There's a nice little update to get Sam Bennett, I think, playing his first game of the series. And, yeah, there it is. And what else do we got here? In the chat, we've got Smurfy coming aboard for it. Appreciate you being here again. As I just want to quickly go throw in the good vibes over to Patrick, and we are just about ready to get things underway here, friends. Apologies if I'm just sidetracking here through the pregame. Oh my goodness, that's loud. That's an Expedia ad. If you don't know what that is, you know what that is. As let's go here and So the Oilers ready to push for it tonight. And there we go, Toff and Patrick live over on there. 8:20 start per NHL, so we are just about ready to get things rolling tonight, friends. And just to give you a recap, we've been live just under 45 minutes tonight, and we should, prior to puck drop, eclipse about 1,000 views on the stream. So between Patrick and I, we're looking for that big 15,000 number tonight. So hopefully we can get there, and obviously I'm going to give you the numbers. We are probably indeed going to do over 50 hours watched on the live stream prior to puck drop. So don't mind me. We're off on a good start tonight. Ryder? I think we can. You're watching back. And I will tell you, friends, I'll get you all your shout-outs in that first period intermission where we play Where in the World You Tuning In From. Not right now. Save it. Save it for the first intermission, because those intermissions were painful in Game 1. I will tell you that much. So just save it for then, and we'll get it going here in a matter of a few moments. I'll promise you that. And yeah, I don't know what Bergeron is quite dealing with. Of course, it's the season of upper body and lower body injuries where you don't get anything told about. And total solar eclipse happening now in Perth. Ooh, that'd be nifty to see. I've watched the solar eclipse that happened back in 2017 here in Alberta. That was one of the coolest experiences of my life. It went dark. It was gorgeous. I actually watched it all through goggles that allow you to watch the solar eclipse, so I didn't even see it go dark outside. Really weird, actually. And what else do we got? Scout, you're back from Patrick's stream. Well, you just hop back and forth all you want, good sir. We'll be good from there. And let's go. I don't know what that's supposed to say, Patricia, but I'm hoping let's go Oilers. And Nathan, you're talking about Jonathan Quick. Yeah, I would have loved to see Jonathan Quick run it back in this series one more time. Really interesting to see Jonas Korpisalo as a member of the LA Kings. That's it's one of those ones, those trades at the trade deadline that makes you go, and then you just kind of go on with it. So we're hoping there everything gets going here in a matter of moments. And obviously for the Oilers, we're hoping Jonas Korpisalo doesn't stonewall us like Connor Hellebuck did in 2021. As we keep going, friends, what do we got going on here? We're going absolutely right. That is sorry to hear as well. I'll echo Scout's sentiments there. I'm just trying to read through everything here. We are just about to get to the land acknowledgement here, friends. So I'm just trying to get through the last few comments before we get going. And yeah, Josh is hoping they'd trade Doughty as well. Well, I don't know if they're ever going to trade Doughty. I think Drew Doughty and Andrzej Kopitar are lifelong LA Kings fans, I would believe. And Jonathan, you're going on with the Oilers on a money train. I don't do the betting thing. I just hope the thing cashes because we are 0 for 1 for cashing bets in the playoffs right now. We did really good in the regular season, really, really bad in the postseason in Game 1. So we've got the land acknowledgement on our television sets right now. Give me a second, friends. Yo, what's up, Jay Newts? I'm live streaming Game 2 right now. Like right now, yeah? They can't hear you, but they can hear me. Alright, will do. What's up? Alright. Well, then I will call you on my way home and see if you answer tomorrow, my friend. Alright, talk to you soon. You too, thanks. Bye. Alright, friends, you heard me on the phone there. I didn't disappear too long. Just good old Jay Newts that you see sometimes in the chat there, performing a little bit of well wishes on the phone before we get things started tonight. So that is great to hear. Hopefully everybody had that fun with that conversation. I tried to not keep him too long, as he's got a hockey game to watch as well. Brett Kissel is watching the Oilers tonight in Rogers Place, singing the American National Anthem tonight. And we should be ready to rock and roll. And you could hear him a little bit. Good. And we are just about ready to rock and roll here in a matter of moments, friends. It's the American National Anthem, and then we will have the Canadian National Anthem as sung by the crowd at Rogers Place, the best tradition in the NHL. And there's Jay Newts in the stream for you right there. That's look at that. That's lightning fast. That's not bad at all. It's fantastic. So we are hoping to get things underway here in a matter of a few moments, friends. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Dolynny TV. Thank you for being aboard for the pregame show if you spent all that time with me, about 45-50 minutes. And what I will do right now, if you're new to the channel, before we get this underway, friends, and you enjoy things so far, I'm going to tell you you're going to enjoy the rest of the game here. Definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm aiming to try and get over 500 or 11,600 subscribers tonight. Trying to actually softly aim for 11,625. We're entering the night at 11,584, so we could get there pretty easily tonight if we get going here in a matter of moments with a very good hockey game up and underway. It is the Canadian National Anthem, Robert Clark in the Orange Crush. I don't know if we're calling ourselves that this year, but we're enjoying the sea of blue and orange jerseys in Edmonton. A little bit of dark blue in there as well with the new jerseys. But here's Robert Clark now singing the national anthem alongside the Oilers crowd, the most special tradition in everything Edmonton Oilers playoffs. And as we did in game one, I imagine we'll finish on the Sportsnet telecast with a shot of the scoreboard with Joey Moss belting out the final lines of O Canada. And yes, we will get rocking and rolling there. Scotty, will I sing us the national anthem? No. What I actually found is that O Canada on YouTube can be copyrighted. Figured that out up in Cold Lake, surprise or not. Farm Girl, welcome in. Glad to have you along again, as we should be ready to rock and roll tonight. And the crowd is I just took a second to actually listen to the crowd. They are crushing it tonight here. And there's Joey Moss once again on the scoreboard in Rogers Place, finishing us off. And that is, that's the best part about this organization, is they don't forget who came before us to get the job done. And Joey Moss, one of the longest serving members of the Edmonton Oilers organization, obviously still well remembered here in Edmonton. And now, obviously, Connor wants to come out and win this one, not just for himself, his team, but Colby, Joey, and Benny, who we need to get things going tonight for in game number 2. Friends, it's Jonas Corpusalo, Stuart Skinner in net. And now we can get to Jay Newt Stono there, the 219 on the board. Friends, honestly, any money during any period means we go commercial free the full period. The intermission's a whole different thing, but we will go period free with no commercials other than the subscribe graphic. I'll shut up though, because we are about to get underway. Friends, we are 47 likes. If we can hit 50 here in the next few seconds, that'd be great. Connor McDavid, Philip Deneau, face-off dot. Deneau wins it back. He's to the far side boards in the King zone. Drew Doughty with the puck. They'll work it up along those far side boards, then flip it out back into the neutral zone. 2 hops across the Oilers' blue line, and retrieving it there is Matthias Ekholm, who goes in behind Stuart Skinner and will set up the first solid possession of the hockey game, offing the puck to Evan Bouchard, who rimmed it around the boards. It's played back to the blue line. The Oilers get it down deep into the King zone, now to the near side boards. Bouchard able to hammer it back in. Chopped in a little deeper by Zach Hyman, and to Philip Deneau. The puck goes, as this one will be bounced around on the turnover to the Kings a few times and out of their zone. Trevor Moore back the other way, and we'll have to switch to the water here in a matter of moments, as Moore got it in deep against the Oilers. Draisaitl backhands it over to Cody Ceci, and Ceci will flip it ahead off of a couple of bodies down the length of the ice, but it actually never hit a body, and guess what? That is the end of the play, as it's an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers here to begin period number 1. Friends, welcome aboard to all 205 of you watching here on Dolynny TV, as you got the first set of action. 19:09 to go here in this first period of play, as we get up and underway with what will be a good start to this hockey game. I'm sure the Oilers desperate to come out with a good start, and they've got it flipped ahead to Evander Kane, who's going to play this one over the blue line, but it will be an offside to begin things here. Kane paired alongside Draisaitl and Yamamoto. We're going to have a stoppage of the line pairings, as they wanted to show a shot of Todd McClellan, so they have to now show Andre Kopitar, and we should be getting going here in a matter of seconds, as we're going to have the face-off at center ice. So I don't know if it was a hand pass or what it was, but something looks like it was knocked off there. And this one's going to go back and forth for the Kings now in a possession off the center ice face-off draw. The line combinations: Warren Fogle, Ryan McLeod, and Derek Ryan. The Oilers indeed do go 11-7. Klim Kostin, Nick Bjugstad, your 4th line tonight is where we're sitting. So let's see if we can get it going with Matthias Ekholm, Evan Bouchard on the top pairing, Brett Kulak, Vinny Desharnais, Nurse, Ceci, and yes, indeed, Philip Broberg draws in to his first hockey game of this NHL playoffs. So we're excited to see what Philip Broberg can bring to the table tonight. A different look on the Oilers defense for the LA Kings. It's tied up in the near side corner in the Oilers zone. You'll see me kind of take a little bit more of a breather on some plays tonight. Just got to pace myself in case of overtime, as the Oilers flip this one across the blue line. Getting into that puck first is Evander Kane. Yamamoto flips it back to him, hops his stick. Ceci activates. Hunter's down there along the boards reacting to that play. Nurse fires the shot from Kane across ice, and that one never really got through. Nurse gets it back, fires it into the paraphernalia of Cody Ceci, kind of hit his pants, chest area, and then fell down to the ice. as Darnell Nurse will pick this puck up. 18:10 to go here in this first period of play as Cody Ceci will fire this puck in around the boards, picked up there by the Kings. Now chasing after it, the Oilers lay a hit. It'll be interesting, too, to see how hard hitting the Oilers are right out of the gate here tonight. That'll be kind of the toughest part, to see if the Oilers want to come at the Kings just as aggressive as they were in Game 1. So hopefully we see that. But this puck knocked down by a hand pass again. And we will have yet again another stoppage of play here to begin this hockey game tonight, friends. As the Oilers and Kings going at it. Kane and Kempe kind of checking each other around a couple of times. In Game 1, obviously, we had a couple of hits between Kempe and Kane. So we'll see if that indeed stays to tradition for this series. And I just want to quickly take a second to check how things are looking here tonight. Looks like that Game 1 stream not doing too bad either. It's got 46 views in the last 60 minutes. As Korpisalo out to play the puck here. The Kings off the face-off at center ice, able to get it back into possession across the Oilers line. This one backhanded right back to the blue line. The Oilers pick it up there. Maybe a chance away for Derek Ryan and Leon Draisaitl as Draisaitl steps across, fires the shot, rebound, scores! Derek Ryan on the rebound. Puts it home, and it is 1-0, just like that for the Edmonton Oilers over top of the LA Kings. 17:26 to go here in the first period of play, and the Edmonton Oilers, just like that, solve Mr. Jonas Korpisalo for the first goal of game number 2, and that one developed rather quick right on the spot as Draisaitl and Derek Ryan had a chance, and Derek Ryan follows that puck through. And that was a really fantastic shot for Derek Ryan. Actually, a terrible shot. Fantastically placed, might I say, by Derek Ryan. And he puts us on the board up 1-0. We like to see that for sure for the Oilers. And that was a big time get as we got ahead on that one pretty quick. As Stuart Skinner comes out to play this puck off the opening sequence. So we've started right. Now let's go finish this thing in this first period and score 2 or 3 more and put the boots to the Kings early and often here in this first period. The Oilers, off an ill-advised rim by Victor Arvidsson, picked up the puck for a few seconds. Bouchard turned it over. Now back going behind the net is Kopitar. Nugent Hopkins battling him. Connor McDavid out there with Zach Hyman as well. As the Oilers looking to free this one up off the boards, Arvidsson fires it at the far side wing where McDavid's waiting. Chops it up back into the neutral zone. Not a half bad play as that one was just a quick clear of the zone. Derek Ryan's first of the playoffs as he will get it. He did have one in Game 1, but it was called no goal. Draisaitl gets an assist to start things out, and here's Evander Kane firing the shot blocked. And this one now will be a battle to the near side boards. Kane trying to get it back to the point. He does. Ceci down low. As Ceci will go down to Draisaitl, who frees it up off the boards. Now Kane coming in there. Yamamoto playing it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl hops his stick. What do? And the Kings pick up the puck with 16:12 remaining here in this first period of play. Oilers are starting to get going here early on in this hockey game, and we're hoping that they rock and roll the rest of the way home in this one. That wouldn't be a bad thing at all for us. As this one goes down low to Stuart Skinner, who comes around to Draisaitl, bounces it up off the boards to Ceci. Ceci avoids the hip check of Gavrikov. Far side wing, pounded on net. Shot, save made by Jonas Korpisalo, and the Oilers start things off 2-0 here in this first period. The shot department, 1-0 the goals, and that Derek Ryan goal. If you get a chance to watch the highlights, if you're not watching this hockey game live, was a terrible shot. I mean, Derek Ryan whiffed on that puck, but he had the right idea, right direction of the stick, and put it home 5-hole because Jonas Korpisalo was expecting him to actually blade it up instead of heel it into the back of the net. So 3 goals in 32 career games in the Stanley Cup playoffs for Derek Ryan. So he's had a pretty weird career so far, right? Obviously not starting in the NHL until 3 days or so before he was 30. And now all of a sudden he scored goal number 3 of his 32 career playoff games, as this one's going to be shot back down low. That doesn't go in the net, although it directed kind of like it might have, as Nick Bjugstad tries to wheel and deal out of the corner. Couldn't do it, and Velarde, who's back in the lineup for the Kings. And it'll be interesting to see how hard the Oilers run Velarde this series because of the injury that he suffered, missing Game 1. And here's Kulak faking the shot, dancing around a little bit at the Oilers' offensive blue line. This one played down low. Now coming to it is Ryan McLeod. Winning the battle for it is Ryan McLeod. Coming off the end boards is Ryan McLeod. Back to the blue line is Ryan McLeod. Dumping it off the boards is Ryan McLeod to Brett Kulak. And now it comes back to the middle of the ice, and this one's going to be cleared out by the LA Kings. No icing on the play, as the Kings will get it all the way down to Stuart Skinner cleanly. And Vinny Desharnais will come out to play this puck and get us going, as this one picked up now by Philip Broberg, who just mishandles it onto the stick of Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl rips it into the Kings' end. 14:50 to go as Derek Ryan out there chasing another goal. And why not give these two guys another shift to see what they can do, as Klim Kostin separates man from puck. Puck is fired into the middle of the ice for Leon Draisaitl, who's going to dance around the blue line. Come back to Philip Broberg, rips it around the boards down low, and Klim Kostin's not there. But Derek Ryan's going to give pursuit. Doughty tries to chip it past Draisaitl, fails. Here's activating now. Kostin fires shot, blocked in front. Came into the near side corner. The way Korpisalo reacted, I thought it was in the back of the net, but no lights were on, so I had to think twice of it. And this one comes back to the blue line. Now a shot from Broberg. Glove save for Jonas Korpisalo, and this is a good start for the Edmonton Oilers. I am loving this, as I'm seeing Alex welcome in, as I think this is a pretty good start for the Edmonton Oilers. And I think too, by the live stream numbers we see in here to begin this first period, I think that would kind of match that a little bit, as we've got 222 of you watching. These are numbers I've never seen before, so bear with me if I'm kind of unfamiliar with seeing those kind of numbers here in the stream and I'm a little blown away by it, okay? But as we're going to say here tonight, the Oilers back to action, winning the face-off and getting things rolling, as they're going to get back to the blue line. Now Evan Bouchard dancing with the puck, fires it on net. Ooh, Korpisalo kicked that out with the toe or something. Something hit somewhere, so as that puck didn't go in the back of the net, as the Oilers lead the shot department 4-0 here to begin this hockey game. They're absolutely rolling along tonight. 13:48 to go. We're coming up close to the first commercial break of the hockey game, so thanks to Jordan Newton in the chat there. We won't have any inserted ads in this stream, I promise you that. Matthias Ekholm fires the shot, looking for a tip, couldn't get it going, and now this one back across to the middle. Nugent Hopkins has it picked off, and the Kings back the other way, going to the attack. So it's going to be ripped over by Trevor Moore, over to Arvidsson, but picked off by Matthias Ekholm. Former teammate violence right there, as this one comes back the other way for Zach Hyman, who chips this one in past Edler. Edler's going to batten up the boards, get it up to, I believe, Kempe, who's going to come across. Kempe featured heavy in that game, and he is going to be offside at the blue line, so we will have a stoppage and play. Jack, welcome in. Friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. Glad to have you aboard for game number 2. I appreciate you if you're returning in from game number 1. Much appreciated to have you aboard here. I think the hair's looking all right. The beard's on point, and I think we're ready for a great game from the Oilers so far. It's 1-0 to begin it, so we don't mind that at all. But what I do want to say, if I haven't appealed to you as of yet at any point during game 1 and game 2, definitely, if you want to stick around for game 3, 4, 5, hopefully only 5, in terms of a 4-1 series win for the Oilers, make sure to hit that subscribe button here on the channel. We're trying to hit 11,625 tonight. I will let you know when that is hit, but that's kind of the goal for the end of the live stream tonight. If we get way past that, hey, I don't mind. You don't mind. We just have even better live streams coming up here in a matter of a few days on Friday night, when we really get to party. We might party late into the night Friday night. I tell you why, because I got no plans until about 11:30 on Saturday, which means I don't have to be out of bed till 10 on Saturday, which means, guess what? Yeah, giddy up. We're going to have a good time. And I think using the term giddy up is a really good punctuation to the Friday night, Saturday combo I've got going on this weekend, because I think Saturday I'm at the hockey rink watching one of my good buddies go out there and try his best to make a hockey team for next season. So I'm looking forward to that. Banana, welcome in. Banana, oh my God. I swear if that's somebody from work, that's kind of, I don't want to give away the joke, but Banana is kind of a big joke we have going at work right now. It's something that we've had for a long while now. Chris, welcome in. And let's see what else. What else? You're just blaming Evan Bouchard there. That's fine and dandy. Derek, welcome in if I haven't gotten you going. Chris Loveridge, welcome in. I think we have a couple Chris's in here. And yes, Gats. I expect the viewers will drop here in the next little bit. I do wonder about that because we'll see what ends up happening with that. But I do think we've got a pretty good crowd. Obviously, what I'll tell you about the viewership in Game 1 is we had crazy numbers that I'd never seen before. So we're hoping that continues up today in Game 2 because we're looking to outdo that Game number 1 stream. How about the Kings off the face-off, returning to action here, firing that puck in deep. This one's going to go for a penalty call against the Oilers by the looks of it. Leon Draisaitl's a little upset with this. 2 minutes for slashing the call to Leon Draisaitl. And Billy, welcome in, and as well, William, you're a little upset there with Draisaitl as well. I honestly didn't see the penalty. It's right off the face-off. Draisaitl, ooh. That's a dumb penalty, okay? We know that's a dumb penalty. There is no defending that, and Leon Draisaitl would tell you that was a dumb penalty. He would not try and mince words on that one. We know that much. So, Leon Draisaitl, you just need to be better next time, and hopefully he gets it going. As Victor Arvidsson is calling out face-off plays, Nick Bjugstad, he's here to win face-offs in the playoffs, and he does exactly that for the Oilers. They scramble it up and get it going down the length of the ice the other way. We need a shorty here. Let's make it 2-0. Here shorthanded, that wouldn't be a bad get as Bjugstad plays it past Doughty. He's got the puck in behind the net, flubs up on the little wrist flick shot there behind the net, trying to poke it past the Kings a little bit. So 12:45 to go here in this first period, and the Kings will come back the other way to the attack. Flipped across the Oilers blue line. Nice penalty killing move by Nugent Hopkins just to flip it down the length of the ice. 12:33 to go here in this first period with $1:30 remaining in the power play for the LA Kings, as we're hoping things get rocking here for the Edmonton Oilers on this penalty kill. We need a big one. Obviously, we had a couple bad ones there against the Kings the other night. Need a big one here to start off game number 2, that's for sure. 12-12 now remaining. As I would tell you what's happening on this penalty kill, but nothing is happening. Kings are just kind of whipping it around the outside, and here's a shot from Doughty, blocked in front by his own teammate. This one comes chopping up into the middle of the ice and down the length to Drew Doughty across the ice now, and this one will be picked up by the Kings, flipped into the Oilers' end. Victor Arvidsson chasing after Vinny Desharnais in the far side corner. Ekholm works over the other puck attacker. Kopitar gets to the attack now as he'll flip this around the boards. It'll bounce a couple times awkwardly and right onto the stick of Trevor Moore, who flips it back in deep into the Kings' end. Matthias Ekholm working over Victor Arvidsson, battling there in his feet. Can't get it free, and now the Oilers got it going back the other way, 2-on-1. Kane and McDavid. Here's Kane across the shot. Save made by Korpisalo. Kane was looking far side, denied by Korpisalo. But if the Oilers have done their job here in this first period power play for the Kings, they are about to kill off this penalty with only 8 seconds remaining, and the Kings behind the center ice line. 5 seconds to go here in the penalty, and here's Yamamoto picking this puck up, coming back the other way. The penalty is killed. Yamamoto 1-on-1, one man to beat. Dursey stick checks him and stops him dead in his tracks right there. That was tight, but unfortunately Yamamoto just couldn't get past him. 10:53 to go here in this first period of play. Backhanded off the boards by Deneau. Now the Oilers coming to the attack. This is the big thing. The Oilers are getting to the attack here still. Down realistically one penalty already in this game, but still staying aggressive, trying to get in on the forecheck, following a penalty kill, and that's huge. As you know what, that's something we need to see in this one, is the Oilers never letting go of the gas the whole way home. We're up 1-0, but we could be up 2-0. Then we could be up 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 7-0, and big time victory for Stuart Skinner. This puck, though, a point shot for the Kings after they regained the possession in the Oilers zone. Deflected up and out of play, so we will have a stoppage in play. As Kelsey, welcome in. As I'm seeing you there in the chat, you have a feeling about the Oilers winning tonight, so hopefully the Oilers get that done. David, welcome in as well. I'm just trying to catch everybody that's new into the chat right now. I don't think we've missed too many people. People, welcome in as well. Actually, speak of people. And I don't think we've missed anyone else. So that's where we're at, and there was actually an illegal live stream apparently streaming the game, so that's why we're buzzing where we are. So I appreciate that, friends. Welcome aboard Dolynny TV as Zach Hyman's got the puck, battling in behind the LA Kings net. Leon Draisaitl goes battling for that puck, but he's knocked to a knee, and that'll allow the LA Kings to get going back the other way. Quinton Byfield flipping it into the Oilers' end. Stuart Skinner out to play it. Skinner will go around and get it back to the Oilers' Leon Draisaitl, who will start back the other way. A nifty little poke check ahead allows the Oilers to gain the zone 4-on-4. Tip in front. Ooh, Nugent Hopkins rebound chance for Zach Hyman, or was that Cody Ceci? I don't know who that was. I think that was Cody Ceci, actually, at the blue line for the Oilers, getting a rebound chance in front. Now another jam play there for Draisaitl. Shot towards the net again, this time by Cody Ceci. He's battled off the puck by Kopitar, and Nugent Hopkins covering for him niftily on the blue line, forces the Kings back. Doughty gaining center, rimming it into the Oilers zone. Ekholm will battle this one. Back to Bouchard on the near side corner. Bouchard backhands this one around the zone over to Ekholm, and Ekholm will fire this one up the gut of the ice, down the length into the Oilers' end, as this is McLeod and Anderson racing to the puck. An icing call, though, and they will play it back into the Oilers' zone. So, friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV as we have a brief moment to chat. I'm Tyson. Welcome again to the channel. Thank you for being here. What I want you to do is, in case you're running into the problem that the illegal live streams on YouTube are copyrighted again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I do a half-decent job of the play-by-play, so I can at least, at worst, keep you informed on what's going on in this hockey game as we get back underway here. The face-off in the Oilers zone, successfully defended by the face-off win of the Oilers. They push it back out in the neutral zone. Here's Costin and McLeod busting across the line. Costin shot off the bar, and the Oilers keep possession of it. Bouchard brought to a stomach, and there was a penalty up to the Kings. And how about that? The Oilers get a tripping call against the LA Kings, and that will be a power play with 8:47 to go here in this first period for the Edmonton Oilers. A power play that is much, much needed right now. And Clean Costin got that one started, getting a good pickup off the boards, fires it up off the bar, and then Evan Bouchard baits him into the tripping call. Kind of knee leg from Iafallo, and that will be a penalty against the LA Kings. And trust me, after game one, I don't know, Anna, as I'm seeing your comment there first, you guys kind of saw the range of emotions I went through. I am jacked up. Honestly, this has been probably the most fun all season I've had live streaming, and we had some good ones against the LA Kings and the Boston Bruins, but this is special to me, and this is something that I really want to make sure we take home all of the emotions we possibly can out of this. I just want to go back through the chat to see if I missed anything. Turbo, welcome in. You're hoping to see Connor McDavid lift the cup. I'm hoping as well. Adam, welcome into the chat. Terry, welcome in as well. Ryan, welcome in. I'm just trying to catch Brandy. You're going for the Oilers to win the cup as well. Gary's cheering for the Oilers. I'm trying to catch everybody that hasn't been in here before, just tuning in, as I try to often do. I try to at least welcome you into the stream, and I've already touched your comment. Aloys, welcome in. As I am glad that I can be your vessel for the game as well. And Christine, are we talking about this being my doctor's outfit? This is just a pink shirt that does not translate well in this lighting, I guess I could say. Rain, you're talking about why the Oilers can't stay out of the penalty box. Well, at least the LA Kings have taken one as well. And Rachel's going for the Oilers as well. And Carp saying the Oilers are hopefully showing no mercy tonight. That's what we need them to do. And Chris is hoping that just a Canadian team takes home the Stanley Cup. Bradley, welcome in with a good day. And we should be good as Alicia comes in as well. So we're seeing a whole bunch of new names in here. Chris, you're scared about Boston. I'm not scared about Boston at all. I want the Boston Bruins to get beat up. Friends, again, if you're new to Dolynny TV, want to be here for games 3 and 4, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get back to action, shall we? It's power play time. Let's stop this. Let's get this power play underway. How about Leon Draisaitl winning the face-off right off the hop? Here's Bouchard over to Nugent Hopkins. The shot fired, saved by Korpisalo. Squeaks into the far side corner. Now picked up near side by McDavid off the pass from Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard at the point, back to McDavid. He'll drag the shot, blocked in front, goes out of play. And oh, by the way, you want to talk about how this game has started, all right? You want to have a conversation? It is 8:31 to go in this first period. The shots are 7-0 for the Oilers. We're into that territory where the first shot from the Kings might scare us a little. So Nugent Hopkins, though, great shot in on Korpisalo. He fights it off with the hip. And this one is a big-time opportunity for the Oilers. As Derek's saying, we got to cash in here for Leon Draisaitl and the Edmonton Oilers. I would love to see Connor McDavid score that first goal of the series right here, right now. That would be huge. Let's go get this done. Big face-off shot. McDavid. Save made by Korpisalo. I thought he was going to do it right then and there. I've talked some things into existence so far in these playoffs. Maybe I see the curse that I laid on the Oilers in Game 1 in the overtime period. But this is Evan Bouchard mishandling a puck at the blue line of the Kings zone. Nice easy play by Skinner on the dump-in recovery. And Bouchard will get the puck going back the other way. He'll get it down, dump deep into the Oilers' end for McDavid. Across the blue line, McDavid passes it to the open wing to Nugent Hopkins, who reverses back to McDavid. Point shot now from Bouchard if he wants it. McDavid over to Draisaitl. Scores! Leon Draisaitl on the one-timer from the near side. And it is 2-0 for the Edmonton Oilers, just like that on the power play. Don't mind me with 7:54 to go in this first period of play. We like to see it. That is big 2-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers. 9 shots. The Ice District Plaza is filled up tonight. Billy, thank you so much for hitting that $1.99. And as we will continue to go commercial free here in this first period because of the donos on the board tonight. But that is a big time get for the Edmonton Oilers. A 2-0 goal. Connor McDavid with a slick feed over to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl puts it home. And friends, if you put it in the chat that the Oilers have scored, don't worry. I'm pretty much glued to the TV tonight. I won't be missing much by seeing your chat if I do accidentally catch it. Flip back the other way, though. The Kings trying to get their first shot of the game. Stuart Skinner lands on a puck. We got some rough stuff near the crease as Ryan McLeod and Brett Kulak take exception to the guys running into Stuart Skinner a little bit there. But that's a big 2-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers, and that is a huge get. 9-0 the shots, but we are coming out and getting the job done as we are rolling along. Derek, welcome in as well if I haven't caught you yet. Jack, if I haven't caught you yet for sure. And yeah, there it is. As Mr. welcome in as well. I don't think we're missing anyone. Vegeta, welcome in. And Raymond, welcome in as well. Draisaitl, the heart of the Oilers. Well, Draisaitl scoring a 2-0 goal. Definitely clutching up for the Edmonton Oilers here to begin this first period of play. This puck fought around the boards now for Warren Foegele, who was 7:34 to go here in this first period. Will come to the near side. That's Draisaitl's third goal of the playoffs in a total of, I guess you could say, 4 complete periods if you really want to be mathematical about it, as Fogel's going to dipsy-doodle across the Kings blue line. Gavrikov's going to get it going back behind. Here's Ryan McLeod getting it back to the point, but the Kings coming back the other way, going to dump this into the Oilers zone, and they are all not offside. I don't know what everybody left that puck for them, but Ryan McLeod's going to say, adios, amigos. I'm going to skate that one into the neutral zone out of the Oilers' end, and here's Darnell Nurse now with the puck. So they've rotated back to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins wearing the A tonight, as I think Darnell Nurse had the A the other night. There was a little bit of confusion as Rasmus Kupari blew a tire and ran into the post. Thankfully didn't take out Korpisalo, but a little bit of a weird play there as Kupari off the play ran into the post and took the net off. So there you go. As Alvin had mentioned the Yeti mug there for me. Friends, you'll see throughout the playoffs, I have a ton of Yeti mugs that I'll be showing off to you that for sure. And let's hopefully get it going as Jeffrey as well. The greatest power play ever strikes again here in the postseason. Friends, if you're enjoying this 2-0 Oilers lead, definitely leave a like on the stream. Would appreciate that for sure. As let's get it going here as Leon Draisaitl will take the face off against Rasmus Kupari. Face off won by Draisaitl. Now knocked down deep. Shot off of Korpisalo by Nurse down low. All the way down into the Oilers' end. No icing call as Leon Draisaitl is yelling at the linesman like, what are you doing? Or maybe he was motioning to Philip Broberg as he's just going to speed through the neutral zone here. He's going to keep carrying. Leon Draisaitl, head of steam, fires the shot off of the far side glass. Bouchard fires it around down low to Kyler Yamamoto, who continues to battle the puck free to Draisaitl, who mishandles. Now to the near side boards. This one comes free. Draisaitl's battling with Kane in there as well. Both players trying to come up with it. Now Bouchard's got it at the point. Bouchard down low to Draisaitl on the half wall there, kind of in the middle of the zone. This one's going to come free for the Kings on a blind backhand pass from Draisaitl. It's still happening in the playoffs, friends. No, don't change, Dry. Don't change. We love you. And this one backhanded for the first shot of the game by the Kings onto Stuart Skinner, and it will be covered up right there. and Gamer's a fan of many NHL teams. Well, we can appreciate that. We can appreciate that all night. And that's where we're at right now, friends. I'm going to go over to Patrick's stream, check out how he's doing tonight. I want to see how his things are rolling, as he's got a grand total of a few people watching in there. Hopefully things pick up for him. If you haven't had a chance yet, you're in the chat. If you want to go quickly, pop into Patrick's stream as well. Say, hey, what's going on? It's linked there at the top. My pinned little chat for you to go check out there for sure. So, friends, I'm sorry if I'm missing your chat. I mean to get to it, but things are coming in way faster than they ever have in my entire career since the 2021 World Juniors. So my apologies if I'm missing out on your chat a little bit. I hope hopefully catch you somewhere along the ways tonight, but that's where we're at right now. Just waiting for this commercial break to come to an end. Looks like I've lagged out a little bit behind, so we'll try and go live here and get back to the live commercials. As there we go. We've got a 2-0 lead midway through this first period. We're into the late half, actually. I think, yeah, we got about 5:54 to go. Both teams have had a power play. The Oilers have made the better of it. And friends, again, if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button. If you've been watching illegal streams through game 1 and 2 and it just got shut down or something, I want you here, right? You've gotten a dose. You see the play-by-play. You're able to at least keep tabs with what's going on. I'd appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, coming and checking out the off-season content, talking Oilers with me every day. These jerseys don't hang up here for something to do. I do this for, well, a little bit of a living, so I'd love to have you aboard for more Oilers talk as the season goes along. Just want to say a shout out to all you watching back home, because we've just crossed 4,000 views on the live stream before the end of the first period. Let me tell you, in the regular season, 4,000 was the top 10 live stream. So thank you so much. As we are just about ready to crush along here, and I'll give you an update on the watch time as well. Just give you an idea of what this all means at the end of the day. As watch time is where I judge my success from, and we are already at 176 hours. We're looking to overtake the 700 from game 1, so hopefully we can get it going. As Eric, was I an Eberle fan? You betcha I was. Eberle, that first career goal he scored, I think everybody became an Eberle fan at that moment. As this is going to be tied up here by the Oilers at the Kings line. Batted back into the Kings end now, and this one to the far side for Kempe. He'll fire it out in the neutral zone. McDavid takes a pop there from Kopitar. Puck comes free. The Oilers get it going. McDavid's still skating around looking for this puck. He's thinking about going for a line change. Instead, he's just going to kind of stand through the neutral zone. This one backhanded up by the Kings on the dump in, and they'll get going the other way, as they still are credited with no shots in this game, as Vinny Desharnais rides his man out into the boards. That is why you've got a 6'7" defender on the blue line here in the playoffs, as Vinny Desharnais did a beautiful job riding one of the Kings players into the boards instead of allowing him to attack the net. Use your size, use your position, and get going. So that's a huge play from Mr. Vinny Desharnais. 4:49 to go here in the first period. Stuart Skinner battles it off the boards, and now coming free is Brett Kulak, as he'll play it ahead to Ryan McLeod. McLeod speeds past the LA Kings. Check the shot fired, looking for a tip in front. Almost had Clean Costin. Oh my goodness, I would have lost my water if I would have celebrated that goal had it gone in. 4:30 remaining here in this first period of play, as we will get this one down low. And friends, we are now inside the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds in the first period, as we get things rolling into this late half of this first period. The Oilers continue to battle here. They'll go for line changes, though. So too will the Kings. And this is something you don't see so much in regular season hockey, whereas you see it a lot more in the NHL. Wholesale line changes with a man standing in his own zone from both teams. 3:59 to go here in this first period, as it's across the blue line for Trevor Moore, who fires the shot, deflects wide of the net again. And now all of a sudden, you just got to hope the Oilers go this entire first period without giving up a shot to the Kings. Batted off the boards there by the Oilers. Now over to the zone, down the other way, and it's 3:40 remaining here in this first period for the Edmonton Oilers, as it will be very interesting to see if indeed the Oilers can get the job done here in this first period and hold down a 2-0 lead. It was 52 or some odd seconds into the second period that we got into trouble last game. So again, maybe finish this period a little bit stronger than 2-0, and we won't be complaining much at all, as here's a nice play from the Oilers. Going back to the blue line, Ekholm across to Bouchard. The cannon, the shot blocked in front, though. You thought they had it, as Matthias Ekholm takes out two LA Kings players. Deneau still comes up with the puck. He'll dump it down deep into the near side corner. Evan Bouchard comes up with the puck. He'll look to work this one around. 2:56 to go in the first period of play. We're at 8:54 on the clock, and I didn't even know what time it was, to be honest with you. That's how excited I am right now, as this one's going to come to the near side boards. Kyler Yamamoto picking up that puck. Drew Doughty will pick this one up off the end boards. 2:40 remaining here in this first period of play, as the Oilers and Kings continue to go back and forth. The Kings being outshot 11-0 with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first period. That is what success looks like here. The shot from the Kings goes wide of the net again. The Kings trying to get this one back directed towards the net. That's a chance for Iafallo. Fails to get it free as Velarde crashes in there as well. Ceci on the support of Nurse. Now Velarde battling off the boards. Lizotte coming up with this puck as well. Velarde still skating with it. Kings trying to get their first shot. Iafallo jams it around the side of the net. I don't know if he ever actually got it there. And the Oilers will get it free and fire it down into the middle of the neutral zone. That one's picked up by Lizotte. He's tackled down. One of those hard-nosed plays in the playoffs. And here's Vinny Desharnais battling the Kings off. The Kings do officially have a shot on net, and now a second one at that, as the Kings will get Stuart Skinner to force a chest save and cover up the puck with just over a minute and a half remaining here in this first period. So that is interesting to go. Flipper Do, welcome in. If I missed you, I think we just got you in here. And here's the wholesale line changes there for the Oilers, as Philip Broberg makes sure he touches it over to Nurse, and then just a couple of nice little get it into the zone plays as Broberg continues to grow, continues to flourish. And you know that Ken Holland wants this young stud to just prosper as an Oiler, so take your time, as this one will come back to Victor Arvidsson. He'll backhand it off the side of the net. Bukestad doesn't know where it is. Comes free to the far side, now chipped in by Fogle, who will bust in around wide, as Fogle goes down hard into the boards, blew his own tires. $1:25 remaining here in this first period of play. Fogle frees it up off the boards. Bukestad shot fired up over top of the net. I love that this chair goes back, or we'd be having some back pain tonight. As here's Vinny Desharnais on the ice now. He'll play it off to Kulak. Kulak surveying the situation with $1:07 to go here in this first period of play. And friends, we are dipsy-doodling around what might have been the best period of hockey for the Oilers in this playoff so far. Dominant is a word I want to use should things continue to go our way here in the last 52 seconds of play. This one's going to go back the other way for the Kings. Kopitar across the blue line. He'll be battled there, as now Ceci will battle off a Kopitar, and this one jammed to the front of the net. Stuart Skinner makes the save, and I don't know what's going on here between Nurse and Kempe, but they are now got Yamamoto involved, and there's some pushing and shoving. Somebody else goes down to the ice, as the Oilers. Draisaitl was very upset with Byfield. Now Ceci's saying, what's going on here? Get out of my crease. And 38.1 seconds to go, as this Kings and Oilers series, they don't like each other. We know that. And that's where we're at right now. Is both teams definitely need to push and shove for more and more and more. And that's what we're seeing out of both teams here in this first period. As the LA Kings didn't really like that Darnell Nurse was pushing them out of the crease, but it is what it is. And let's see what else we can get here, as we've got a little bit of a brief moment to pause in the action, and we're going to take a quick second to look at the watch time, friends. Already up over 220 hours. Unreal, unreal. As this one's going to be played by Evan Bouchard up out of the zone, down the length of the ice, into the Kings' end. Speeding to it is Connor McDavid. Puck died before it was nice and call. We saw a couple of those instances up in Cold Lake when I was calling the U18 female Bees. And this one's going to be fired wide of the net. Iafallo sees it come free to McDavid in the neutral zone. He'll wheel and deal across to Bouchard. Bouchard fires this one down low into the Kings' zone. And this one will continue to battle there, as Hyman just rode Lizotte hard in the boards. Free on the far side is Ekholm. The shot fired towards the net. Korpisalo saw it go up over top of the net. Didn't actually, but it was an opportunity. And now Bouchard tries to jam it in on the wraparound. But we'll finish off this first period of the live stream, friends, with 400 of you tuning in right now, I want to say welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. Really appreciate it. Friends, really all I've got the sales pitch, because Jordan and Billy have come up with the live stream donos so far, so we don't have commercials to insert. Not trying to get you to make sure I'm paid. I want you to hit that subscribe button. Totally free to do. Totally great if you could, because I want you back here for Game 3, Game 4, Game 5 when the Oilers finish off this series and win the series 4-1. I might be counting my chickens before they hatch, but I want to say thank you so much for tuning into that first period of play. It's been absolutely phenomenal. We'll wrap it all up here in a brief moment, but I need a bio break. I've been going for about an hour and a half straight without a bathroom break, so I need a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, and we'll get back to action here in a matter of moments, as I'll come back down to 5,000 of you having tuned into this first period and first period intermission. I'll be back in just a minute. Thanks for tuning in. All right, friends, let's get back to action here. Welcome aboard the Dolynny TV. If you're just tuning in for the intermission, my apologies if I missed you. But we are good to rock and roll for this intermission. We're up over top of 114 likes so far, so don't mind me. We're crushing along. And I just want to quickly get through the chat here, as the Oilers are keeping it physical. Lurker, yes, we like that for sure. And Alvin, your big question there, when am I going to have some Dolynny TV merch going out into circulation? Well, friends, what I will tell you there is look forward to that sometime around the NHL draft and NHL free agency. I will have more for you then. That is my first teaser there. And Dwayne, welcome in. As you're saying, it's the best period of the season. Yes, I would argue that as well. That was an absolutely fantastic first period of the Oilers. And Rice, 2 shots in the 20 minutes for the Kings. Yeah, that's where the Oilers did a very, very good job. Simon, 10 out of 10 for the Oilers so far. Right, we don't do that often, but you've asked me enough times for a 10 out of 10, and I think that's a 10 out of 10 in terms of we need to win this game. It's the same thing as the other game there at the end of the season. Are we winning? Yes, that's a 10 out of 10, but this is a shining like 11 out of 10 for the Oilers here so far. As that was Brian, yes, a very good first period of hockey for the Edmonton Oilers. Very impressed, and I'm just hoping we get it going the rest of the way home. And Jordan, I don't know why you can't tag me on Instagram, to be honest with you. As Meduse, what's going on from Germany tonight? 5 in the morning over there in Germany. So it's actually tomorrow is what I should be saying. But tomorrow is looking good so far for Oilers fans as well. 2-0 for the Edmonton Oilers. As looks like we've got an Instagram reel being sent over my way. As let's see what I got here. As what we got going on here? It looks like we've got something here. As something interesting there. So we'll see that. We'll worry about that later. Sorry. But Jordan, I just couldn't get that to open up on Instagram. That's a really bad shot of my ear, by the way. Yeah, absolutely best case scenario for the Oilers in the first period, that's for sure. And we're just hoping that the Oilers can obviously get things going here the rest of the way home in this second and third period. No letting off the gas. Dean, welcome in. David, what's in the Yeti tonight, friends? Just drinking the pure water. Staying on the water again, as I will the rest of the playoffs. For those of you that are unfamiliar with me maybe a little bit, just tuning in for the first or second playoff streams, I've been sober for almost 3 years now, so it's water, it's BioSteel, it's Gatorade, it's Pepsi, it's Ruby Red Squirt. It's kind of pop and water is about all that I'm drinking, unless I'm mixing up a Shirley Temple on a business conference. That's my one way around charging things to the room, right? Generally, work doesn't let you charge things to the room if it's alcohol, but you can charge the Shirley Temples, I'll tell you that much. That's one thing I learned one conference way back when. So that's what we like. And Chris, they're playing in Edmonton tonight, so the Oilers faithful, very, very loud and proud in that first period, and obviously very loud and proud before the start of things going. Elma Bream, welcome in. And we are just about getting things going. Micmac, welcome in as well. Just jumping in to say hi. I'm going to hop out so the Oilers win. Hey, I like that reverse psychology thinking. We've got enough folks in here tonight that are hoping for the Oilers to win. Maybe some people reverse psychologying it is not a bad idea. As you guys coming in with the chat so fast, I mean, I feel like I should get to the recap of that first period. Let's do it, and then we'll worry about the chat here in a moment. So it was Derek Ryan flubbing a shot on goal. That's the only way I can describe it. Derek Ryan did not mean to shoot that puck that way, and he somehow got it past Jonas Korpisalo for a 1-0 lead on the pass from Leon Draisaitl. It was fantastic to see, but still, Derek Ryan didn't mean to do that, and he came up as a playoff hero. That's huge. And then Leon Draisaitl on the power play, his third of the playoffs from Connor McDavid, and Evan Bouchard's first assist of the playoffs on the power play. You like to see that. 2 penalties in that first period. Dumb one from Leon Draisaitl. Alex Iafallo, more of a, I took it because it was part of the play, and obviously tripped down Evan Bouchard, and it is what it is. Good first period for the Oilers. 10-3 the shot department. 21-16 the hits for the Oilers after the first. The Oilers 55% in the face-off dot, and obviously 2 1-for-1 on the power play. Giveaways for the Kings were worse. Takeaways were better for the Kings. And the blocked shots for the LA Kings after 1 period of play, 12-3. So that is, to give you an essence of how bad the Oilers dominated the Kings, they had 12 block shots. So that means at least 22 shot attempts to the Kings' minimum 6 shot attempts, although they're probably in the 20 range too. They missed a lot of nets in that first period of play. I'll be honest with you on that, as we're going to go continue to follow up on the chat here. Dean, thank you for the kind words. And Terry and Flipperdo are asking questions about what kind of something. I must have missed something there from Terry earlier. Oh, okay. I'm not going to even mention that because there might be young kids watching that I don't want to get it going. Jeffrey's got the old around timetable. I like that. David, how's McDavid playing? Beautiful pass to set up a Leon Draisaitl goal. We're not complaining, that's for sure. And as we get it going, Fade willed that goal in. Scotty, I'd say that's pretty much exactly what happened there for Derek Ryan. 3rd goal in 32 career playoff games. Not like he gets it going. So that's where it is. And Chris, you're wishing you could get paid overtime to clean the ice. Oh my goodness. Chatting it up. That's a good little chat there for sure. And the crowd outside is rowdy. The live cameras are not showing the Wilder side of the stage. I would not imagine they would, right? I think the live camera wants to show the crowd that's supposed to be enjoying responsibly. Billy, glad to hear as well for you. Stony, 14 years, great on the achievement there too. And yeah, no, absolutely. Justin, welcome in. Gabriel, welcome in. As what else do we got? Everybody's just getting every chat going, so we're picking back up steam here. Welcome aboard if you're just tuning in or tuning back in, as we are just about done this first period intermission. Terry, how's Nurse playing tonight? Honestly, I noticed Nurse once in that first period, so pretty okay, I guess, is the answer. I mean, we haven't had to yell at him for anything, and the only reason I noticed him is he activated to take a shot from the point, so we'll take it. We'll take it, that's for sure. And Sean, you did a shot for every king shot on net, still standing. That's a fair assumption. After one period of play, there was only 3 of them. We've got the big board there from Cabby. So, friends, I'll take a moment to summarize the good old watch time one more time for us here as we go 5804 times 2.933, and that gives us a grand total of 283 hours watched on the stream so far. Let's go. I love to see that. And of course that means, just because I thought of that, we should go over to Patrick's stream and pop something in his chat. Again, if you haven't had a chance right now, go hit the link in the top of your stream chat on here on Dolynny TV. I want you to go over and say hello to Patrick. Whether you come back to me or stick with him, that's totally fine between me and you. But I just want to go over here and just quickly, let's go get this second period. I just want to go quickly get that, and there we go. We've got everybody going here. And friends, it looks like I've successfully wasted an intermission, so we're going to have to probably play the Where in the World game aria in the second intermission, but we'll save it for there. And that's where we're at right now. It seemed like Doughty didn't touch the puck until the last 5 minutes. Honestly, Doughty had a couple of rim-ins early in the period, but that's about really it. And MK, I found the wrong stream. Where are the Kings fans? Go Kings. No, you're welcome in. I appreciate you being along for the ride. I hope we all treat you well enough, because that's the thing. I think even after how things ended up last game out, we did a pretty good job of not souring the relationship between everybody in the chat, and I really appreciate that. So let's hopefully get it going. And now we got another banana thing going in here. That's interesting to see, because like I said, that's the thing we have going at work. Robin, welcome in as well. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it. And we need a quick goal beginning of the second to get the crowd going and take the wind out of LA. Well, that's where we went wrong last game, right? We allowed LA a quick goal, so we need them to get it going here. While they're getting rocked right now as well. And why they torture themselves with Fleury and net, not sure either. Oh, Josh, I love it. Let's keep it going. Let's get this lead growing. Patrick's right in occurrence with us as well. Ace, looks like that 11-4 prediction is a can't miss at this point. Well, I mean, as long as the Oilers get up 11-0 before allowing up 4 goals, I'll be perfectly fine with that. And where are we sitting? The town of Talbot population of 0 should hold an NHL team. What? I don't know what that comment's meant to say, Scout. You got me to say it, though. And Billy's asking when the Flames game is. That's a good question. Sometime in October is the next Flames game. Regular season, anyway. And let's see. Scott, I appreciate it as well as the phone's going off here. David. Doughty's from your hometown, but you still want him to lose. That's a true Oilers fan right there. And everybody's getting Patrick welcomed in. I changed the channel and they scored 2 straight. It's 4-3 for the Stars. Guess I won't watch. That's a pretty good call. And we'll just sit here and reply back. Stream is bumping. Boom. Okay, quick texts. We are good to go, friends. We are just about ready to rock and roll for this second period of play. It's been a fun night so far, and I'm hoping you're enjoying back at home, as I would really love to take home what will be a very special finish to this this year's playoffs, and obviously doing that alongside you would be absolutely fantastic, because I want to just quickly again take a second to look over the numbers and appreciate them a little bit here. Wow. All right, friends, you want something absolutely nuts in my world? We just, on the stream, in the first hour of the stream, the first official 8 p.m. hour, we outdid anything we did in Game 1. And by the way, Game 1 was the most watched Oilers stream all time on Dolynny TV. So we're on our way, friends. We're on our way. Ben, welcome in as we are getting this one going. And I haven't mentioned this yet. If you haven't hit that like button as of yet, definitely make sure to do that. I'd appreciate that. That is one of the biggest things YouTube looks for in terms of feedback to tell us how good a live stream is. So I'd love if you could do that. And secondary to this, if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button, friends. I really want you to hit that subscribe button because I want you here for the live streams in games 3, 4, and 5 when the Oilers win this series in 5. So give me a second here. I'm going to refresh this just right quick, and then we're going to see what we can get going here as I'm going to go over back to the main channel dashboard and see what we can't do here in a matter of seconds. Sorry. My apologies, as we're up to 11,614 subscribers, so we are just about to that 11,625 mark. So that would be great if we could hit that by the end of the second period. I'll appeal again if you need a few moments to think about it. Don't worry, I'll ask you. And Jordan, you take me in a short, okay? Perfect. I'll look forward to that here in a matter of moments, my friend. And yeah. We're good to go. And what else do we got? Ace is like number 130. All right. Appealed like that. We're already up to 138. Don't mind me. And where else we at? Jesse's got it going. Amanur is going for the Kings. And Billy's saying move the Arizona Coyotes to Houston. Wouldn't mind that at all. Honestly, wouldn't mind that at all. Penny, welcome in as well. And Matt, welcome in again from Southern California. You're back. That's why I mentioned it. I wanted to make sure I caught you there, returning for game number 2. And yes, sir, the playoffs are treating me well so far, and I think they're treating all of us so well. We've had some pretty fantastic games, and Notorious welcome in as well. The Kings going to smash. Well, we'll just wait for a good second period to get underway here. Somebody remind me that it's the second period, because I will say the first and the third a few times. I guarantee you that much. The old brain, it doesn't operate too well. And Amberson, welcome in. As here come the Kings fans hoping for the choke job now. As let's just honestly hope that the Oilers show up and put up another goal here to begin this second period, and then we can just quiet that all down for now, and then go out and run the show the rest of the way home. And G, welcome in as you're watching from Fiji. So just on the other side of the international date line. Like to see that. So let's get it going as Vegeta welcome in again. And Mac and Mad, did I miss you somewhere along the way? If I did, that's my bad, as I don't know if I missed you. I see Terry's, Turbo Strikers. If I missed you, that is my apologies. I am so sorry for not saying hi to you. As I'm confused as to who that possibly could be. I know there's a couple of users that one could possibly be there, but welcome aboard, guys. Glad to have you. It's Connor McDavid set for the face-off at center ice to get this second period underway, friends. If we are ready to rock and roll, let's get this going. Philip Deneau starts at center ice against Connor McDavid. Once again, we're back to hockey. Connor McDavid, Deneau in the face-off dot. McDavid trying to win it back. Won back by the Kings winger Victor Arvidsson and fired in by Drew Doughty. 19:54 to go in the second period. We're off and running. Kings get it in behind the net. Trevor Moore playing this one here. He's going to spin off a check, get it back to the blue line. Doughty whispers a shot towards the net, but that's really all it was, as it never even got towards the middle of the ice. So here's Evan Bouchard firing a shot off of Jonas Korpisalo. Good opportunity denied. And now the Oilers getting this back to the point across, far side to Bouchard. He'll pass it across, looking for the one-time redirect from Nugent Hopkins near side. Couldn't get it going. McDavid picks it up off the boards. Anderson staples him there. Oilers continue to battle there against Deneau now as McDavid and Hyman get to the attack. This one is going to get going again back to the blue line. Ekholm across to Bouchard. Bouchard back into the middle for Nugent Hopkins. Down to McDavid. McDavid back to Nuge. Rips the shot. Oh, my goodness. That one hit the side of somebody. And then McDavid delivers a nice little hit against Mikey Anderson. And the Oilers will see it cleared down the length of the ice for an icing call against the LA Kings with 18:54 to go here in this second period of play as we are off and underway here again, just inside the first few minutes in this second period. As that was a tough go as Jonas Korpisalo fights off the Bouchard shot, and then Kane erasing Doughty along the boards, and this is going to be the thing. If the Oilers can physically run the LA Kings out of the building the rest of this game, we could be in for a good finish, that's for sure. 29-19 the hits for the Oilers. Kane, Draisaitl, Yamamoto. I'm like 90 in the faceoff dot. That's got to be McDavid. It was actually Evander Kane. He had stepped in for Leon Draisaitl. I was too busy talking to pay attention. As Draisaitl has it behind the Kings net. He'll come out from behind and then whisper back into the corner there. As he just skates around, fires the shot, denied by Korpisalo again. Picked up here by the Oilers, turned back by the Kings, 2-on-2 the other way. As the Kings will cut to the outside. Nurse able to quick stick it back to the blue line. Now here's Draisaitl across the Kings line. Draisaitl turned back by a good defense there from Doughty. Now down to Yamamoto. Yamamoto spins off the boards, back high to Nurse. Nurse looks for the shooting lane. He's got an opportunity to whack it to the middle for Kane. Couldn't get it going, and you've got Arvidsson and Doughty out there for $1.51 so far as they continue to stay on the ice here, I believe. As Doughty's got it in behind Korpisalo. He plays it loosely to the far side corner for McLeod. McLeod back to Byfield as that one just kind of freed up for the Kings, and now Byfield's chasing it around. Doughty's been out there for over 2.5 minutes. He's going to flip it to the middle of the ice and look to get a line change. He's not going to be able to as of yet. Doughty's still on the ice for the LA Kings. It comes down low to Ryan McLeod. He's been out there for 2:21 is the actual time right now, to correct myself. As here's Warren Foegele working off the board. Spin to the middle. Shot fired. Save made by Korpisalo. And oh my goodness, what an absolute unreal one. I thought Bjugstad had it on the side of the net. And wow, that was unreal from Korpisalo. But he bailed out Drew Doughty hard, as that was a big time shift there from Drew Doughty, just gutting it out for 2.5 minutes. And the Oilers have had the better of the chances here in this first period. As that's Foegele going across to Bjugstad, and Bjugstad getting denied by the glove. As that's Foegele sliding it beautifully, but what a denial there by Mr. Jonas Korpisalo, who I'm actually a big fan of. If any of you ever played the NHL video games over the past like 5-ish years, you're probably actually a pretty huge fan of Jonas Korpisalo too. He's always the goalie you went out and got to save your team after year one, so probably speaking somebody's language on that one. To the near side point, here's Kulak into the glove of Korpisalo. Another shot for the Oilers, who now lead 16-3 in the shot department, as that is absolutely crazy to say 3 minutes into the first period. Craziness for sure. As we are rocking here, as this one will be 17-19 to go in this second period of play. Draisaitl's directing traffic. He's telling everybody what to do here. He's got Derek Ryan lining up on the far side wing, Klim Kostin on the near side wing, inside the Kings zone. The Oilers are on the left-hand side of the ice as they will fire this one off the face-off dot. Will the Kings around the zone out of the end, and that will be Darnell Nurse having to battle this puck now against Kupari. Nurse just got away with a trip. That is absolutely unreal. This one's back the other way, a shot to the middle. Oof! Klim Kostin just misses tapping it in. That one was not as close as I feel it was, but that's why I reacted kind of the way I did. So here comes Roy out of the zone. He's going to play it into the middle. Now coming the other way is Kupari. Fires the shot off of Skinner. Had to shoot one at some point, and he did. A good look. Denied there by Skinner, and now another opportunity here for the Oilers to battle it off the end boards as Hyman continues to battle it there. Comes free for Deneau. Deneau back to the blue line. The shot fired down low. Blocked in front. Big save. And this one will go back the other way. 16:28 to go. The Kings now starting to rack up shot after shot. Relatively speaking, however, as here's a play from Deneau. The shot fired up over top of the net. Don't know if Skinner got a shoulder on it or not, but here's McDavid. 2-on-1 with Nugent Hopkins. McDavid does the 5-hole thing, but then fires it up off the blocker. McDavid will skate around the zone a little bit. He's going to backhand it deep into the Kings zone. The shot fired off the side of the net by Hyman. Save made by Korpisalo. 15:59 remaining here in this second period of play. 17-5 the shots for the Oilers. They are absolutely rocking and rolling here in this hockey game. Matthias Ekholm battles this one off the boards, comes free to Evan Bouchard, who gets it ahead to Leon Draisaitl. I'm all kinds of confused. I thought that was Evander Kane coming to the middle. Ekholm fires it up over top of the net. Korpisalo doesn't know where it is. Yamamoto fires it to the middle for Draisaitl, denied by Korpisalo. The Oilers are coming heavy here in this second period. I have not seen the Oilers this desperate after it to start a second period in a hot long time. And that was a good sequence of hockey from the Edmonton Oilers. My goodness. That was unreal. And there's a hit laid by Grundstrom on Nurse. And then Nurse hauls down Grundstrom. And here's the 2-on-1 as McDavid goes to do the blocker side shot. Korpisalo the save. And the Oilers are absolutely running show here at Rogers Place to begin this second period. That's for sure. Now, Ryan McLeod will get things going. Looks like there's a whole crowd of Oilers fans cheering and shouting as Durzi has a shot blocked in front. And now picking it up is Warren Foegele. Foegele will flip it in to the middle of the ice. This one takes a terrible bounce for the Kings, but they actually make the better of it and able to clear the zone. This one backhanded down deep to Stuart Skinner. Save made, and then the Oilers give a couple of Kings some extra wax for their troubles through the zone, and they get that fired on back out into a face-off. So a good cover there. As let me get going here, friends. Just a quick check on that watch time right now as we are up over 370 hours. We are going to absolutely dummy some numbers tonight. Thank you so much for being along for the ride tonight. 15:03 to go here in this second period of play. It'll be Ryan McLeod taking the face-off against Rasmus Kupari. 15:03 remains here in this second period. And this one will be face-off one back for the Oilers. Now Vinny Desharnais goes around the boards, played back into the Oilers' end, down the ice for an icing call. And I'm just seeing SS's comments here. A little upset at me for doing what I'm doing here. Friends, like I said, if I could show you the game, I would, but it's copyright material. I think I do an all right job of the play-by-play. I am, SS, just so you know, a trained play-by-play broadcaster, so I'm hoping I'm bringing you at least what you need to know about the hockey game along the way. As we will get this one going here, a face-off for Ryan McLeod, one back by the Oilers, now played ahead by Brett Kulak. Kulak will come back over the blue line and get across for the Oilers again to the attack. Backhanded off of a Kings player, down in the near side corner in the Kings end. Durzi turning it over to Klim Kostin, now freeing it up is Derek Ryan. Ryan will play it off the boards. Durzi's battling there, both players going to work. And it's Grundstrom who comes up with the puck before Klim Kostin frees it up. Now Ryan McLeod, the shot blocked in front though. Just about had it, but it's blocked in front. And this one comes back to the near side point. And this will be played across now for the Kings, who walk across the zone, blocked there by the Oilers. The Kings now have 7 shots, so they've been rocking here in this second period. And Stuart Skinner's been equal to the task so far. 14:10 to go in this second period as Gavrikov seals off Hyman. Arvidsson now flips it into the middle of the ice. This one's knocked down by Evan Bouchard. He battles it off the boards to Danault. Danault comes across to the near side to Arvidsson, but it looks like they are indeed offside. Nathan, welcome in, as I'm seeing you for the first time, I think. And let's see what else we got going here. As Joaquin, welcome in. You can video the game as long as you talk over the game. Unfortunately, you can't. It's everything that is copyright material of the NHL. So, unfortunately, I'd love to show it to you, but I just can't. That's the toughest part of all this for me at the end of the day. So let me get this going. We're back live, and we are just about ready to rock and roll here. And what else do we got? We are just going through the chat here as we're on a commercial break, friends. That is where I should be appealing to you right now. Pritika, rate Connor McDavid from 1 to 10 tonight, about a 7. He's had a pretty important assist for us, but we want to see him dial it up to 10, that's for sure. If you're new to the channel, friends, though, before I comment too much further, I want you to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 11,625 subscribers tonight. We're well on our way. Last I checked, 11,614. I could check again tonight, but let's go do that one more time, I guess, as we should probably make best of it and make sure we're double checking that throughout the night, so as you know where we're kind of getting to every single stream here. How about 11,621? So if you'd be so kind, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated. And as we go along here, friends, 7250 times 33.2, we are now up over 386 hours watched on the stream. So thank you for being aboard. As Patrick's coming into the stream with the wave already for Scout. Are we really going with the wave already, guys? Oof, you're scaring me. But hey, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. As it's been an absolute season of change for the LA Kings in net. It was Peterson and Quick, then it was Phoenix Copley having the incredible run, and now it's Jonas Korpisalo starting game 1 of the playoffs and winning it for the LA Kings. So it's been interesting. But let's get this going. Back to action now for Connor McDavid and company, as it's a face-off lost for the Oilers outside their own blue line. Puck played around by Bouchard to the near side for Ekholm. That'll be played there by Nugent Hopkins. Now near side boards picked up behind the net by Evan Bouchard. Connor McDavid, nifty pickup in his feet. He's coming back the other way, head of steam. He's going to keep this puck going down low, even though it was batted away from him. Now to the middle of the ice. Here's Bouchard loading up the shot. Save made. Rebound for Hyman. He can't get it to the front, unfortunately. I thought he might have it. This one again now worked by Ekholm onto the stick of Nugent Hopkins. Batted down into the near side corner off of Doughty. Nuge hauls down Doughty. Call coming up. And that's a tough one for the Oilers. That was a tough one, as Nugent Hopkins got tangled up with Doughty, who was trying to fight through, and ends up taking a penalty there. And Nugent Hopkins not impressed with that one, as have been most of the Oilers taking penalties in this series. But that's just a really tough one there. Bouchard's cannon from the point. He hammered it through, and it hits Korpisalo in the glove hand area. And then this one here, that's kind of tough. Nugent Hopkins and Doughty were spinning into the corner, and that ends up hauling him down, and just he kind of gives Nugent Hopkins you kind of turnstiled him a little bit there, bud. And Nugent Hopkins will take the hooking call. I think that's also referred to as a can opener, so it's tough. I mean, I could be against the refs on that one. The Oilers have killed the first penalty of the game. We've scored on the power play. Until proven otherwise, I'll be okay with it, as Kempe fires the shot on Skinner. He makes the save. Yes, indeed, Mr. Stuart Skinner making the save. And now this one comes to the near side boards. Kempe plays it out to the middle of the ice for the Kings, and that's where it's flipped out of the zone by the Oilers. Iafallo picks this puck up. $1:35 to go here in this first power play of the period for the LA Kings. Yamamoto will fire it down the length of the ice. I've just got a mustache hair that's going up my nose, if you're wondering what's distracting me here. IFL, TMI for some people. As Arvidsson comes across the blue line, fires the shot. Couldn't get the jam shot at the side of the net. And this one continues to work around the zone for the LA Kings here. $1:08 to go in this power play, as this comes to the near side. Picked up by Moore. Moore's going to see this one knocked down and now played in behind. McLeod rips it off the glass into the boards now for Kopitar, as that one's shot down into the far side corner, played back in front by Moore, cut off by Ryan, cleared out of the zone. 50 seconds to go in the power play, and you'll like to see it. This one is absolutely rocking for the Edmonton Oilers so far on the penalty kill here. Much improved effort from game number 1. Kaliev can't get it across the blue line. Now the Kings have to reload, shot back in, and Mr. Desharnais will play this one here to Kane, who will come off the boards to Connor McDavid. He's got 2 men to beat to get to the net, and McDavid will speed to the outside. He'll cut back around, circle, look for Kane. Now he'll cut to the middle. The shot comes. Save made by Korpisalo. 18 seconds to go, and the Oilers get yet another shot. Shot number 20 of the night, and this one's now the Oilers seeing the Kings come across the blue line. Kaliev 95 and a tick of 9. Shot mile an hour there, and I mean, that was about as crazy of a shot. Had Skinner skating the other way. Still couldn't solve him though, and that's a big penalty kill. The crowd is absolutely into it. Had to take a second there to pause, but I could hear them roaring, and this is now shot back to the middle of the ice, tipped up over top of the net, And the LA Kings just being stymied here by the Oilers. Tough defense around the net. Good pickup there by Draisaitl. He turns it over, but it comes out of the zone against the Kings anyway. As we got 10:50 to go, and the crowd is absolutely buzzing at Rogers Place, that is for sure. This one's going to be worked now by Dursey. He's going to fire it back into the Oilers zone. Never mind, cut off there by Draisaitl. Coming back the other way, Draisaitl playing it over to Kostin. Instead, it's just a weird wimp play down to Jonas Korpisalo, and we have a stoppage in play with 10:33 to go in this second period. As the Oilers saw the first chance right off the top of the face-off there for the Kings, Kempe's best chance, and then Korpisalo playing this one down back into the Oilers zone, as that one was a good pass, and then McDavid's chance on the power play as well. But that's where it is right now for the Edmonton Oilers. And Penny, you're asking me if this is a better game than the last game so far. Proven through half a hockey game. Yes, indeed it is. And Caden, the Oilers have the best fan base. Well, I appreciate that. I really do think we got something special here. And Mr. Welcome in as well. You're supporting the Oilers as a Habs fan. I appreciate that much as well. All right, rock and roll time. Back to it here. We need a commercial break because I need a bathroom break right quick. But we will soldier on for the time being as Warren Foegele, Nick Bjugstad, and Kailer Yamamoto on the ice for the Oilers in the offensive zone. This one battling around a couple of times around in the Kings' far side corner. Bjugstad almost freed it up, but his 6'6" frame did not allow him to come to that puck fast enough, as this one's going to be chopped back into the middle, cut down there by Kempe. Kempe is going to see the Oilers just kind of battle him back to center ice, where he has to flip it into Stuart Skinner. Skinner on a quick backhand over to Ceci. Battled back into the middle of the ice. This one's going to come down. Fogel's out-battled for position. Roy is offside. And we will have a stoppage in play. So that's where we're at right now. 9:56 to go in this second period. I'm going to leave you quickly on the subscribe ad one more time. If you haven't had a chance yet to hit that subscribe button, I want you back for games 3, 4, and 5 as the Oilers take the series in 5. That's my prediction anyway. I'll be right back. Just a quick bio break, and I'll be right back. Boom, we're back. All right, let's rock and roll, friends. Sorry for the quick break. Just had to run out quickly. But we're back and just about 8,000 views on the live stream, if you can believe that. That is absolutely insane in my mind. Let me go 7900 times 3.2. What is that? 3.275? 375? As we are up over 444 hours now watched on the stream. Thank you so much. Let's go here, see what else we got going here as Scotty, I think the comment section has just divulged into something absolutely insane here. And a Minotone shout out. Oh, yeah, okay. That's, I said that word, didn't I? As we got it going here is, here we go. 9:47 to go in this second period for the Oilers and Kings. As we are back to action as quick as humanly possible. And Billy, to answer your question, not properly. I did. There was an attempt, but it was not proper. I'll be honest with you right there. Is I know that they don't give us enough commercial break time as the Kings have it in their own zone. Doughty fires it back around behind the boards. 9:25 to go here in the second period. And watch this. We'll be right back on commercial break in like 5 seconds. I know how the Oilers and Sportsnet loves to work their stuff. Anyway, it is where we are finding things right now as Clint Costin laid a big hit on Blake Lizotte. Absolutely leveled him into the Oilers bench. So, didn't throw him over the boards, but leveled him pretty heavy either way. 9:23 to go here in this second period, friends. We'll have the face-off in the neutral zone just outside of the Oilers line. And this one's going to be won back by Connor McDavid. Now worked over there by Evan Bouchard in the middle of the ice. Now across the line, the Oilers load up Nugent Hopkins near side boards. He'll go back behind the net. This one worked there by the Kings back to the blue line and now picked up here for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins frees it up over to Connor McDavid, who comes out of the corner and tries to skate around a Kings player. Couldn't do it. Now stepping in and absolutely dummying a Kings player is Matthias Ekholm on the hip. 2-on-1 back the other way for the Kings. They butcher it. Gavrikov still can't get the shot towards the net on the second effort. More back to the blue line. Roy fires it up over top of the net, and this one is absolute chaos here. This puck is bouncing around quite a bit as this one's going to come back for Roy. Down low to Stuart Skinner. Skinner to the near side. Ekholm fires it up into the neutral zone. That's going to take a hop on Durzi. And then with 8:31 to go, we're going to keep playing on. The shots are 21-9 for the Oilers. 2-0 the score, if I haven't mentioned that lately, for the Oilers. Second period here as that will be played across by Kempe. The Kings just trying anything to get out of their own zone. The Oilers buzzing here. Here comes Kane skating to that puck first. He'll bounce it off the boards to Draisaitl, who turns and burns back to the middle of the ice for Yamamoto. Can't get it near the face-off dot. Now Nurse keeps it in, backhands it down low. Yamamoto chases in behind. He's got an opportunity, and he'll play it to the middle. This one bounces off of somebody in front and comes all the way to the near side blue line. Fired back in by the Oilers. 7:54 to go here in this second period of play. Oilers fans are loving this game so far, as this has been an absolutely fantastic one. This one flipped back out, and now an opportunity for the Kings back the other way as the Oilers continue to control here, as this one's going to be fired back in by the Kings into the Oilers' end. Kaliev battling here against Mr. Brett Kulak in the corner, who we said, we just don't want to see him too much. At least notice him. We want to know he's out there, but we don't want to know he's out there at the same time. The more we see, the less of Brett Kulak, the better off we are as Kane steps across the blue line. Kulak, though, doing his thing here. He has about a shift in game one and a shift here in game two where all you do is notice him, all for the right reasons, thankfully. But this one's going back the other way, backhanded out into the middle of the ice there for the Oilers, as they will pick up in their own zone and come back the other hand, as this one comes into the Kings' end this time. Is stapled in there is Derek Ryan into the near side boards, picked up now by Clint Costin. Costin working across the zone, back to the blue line to Vinny Desharnais. Loads up the shot, tipped in front. Korpisalo the save. 6:42 to go here in the second period of play. 2-0 the score for the Oilers. Back the other way now, loading the shot, blocked in front again off the stick of a King there by the Oilers. And this one continues to battle as Costin will come now. And I don't know what the Cat's freaking out about, but he is sketching as this one's coming back. And he's breathing heavy. He is freaking out, man. He is losing his mind here. This one's 6:19 to go. Hey, you wanna come cuddle? Or you sketching? He's sketching. Is this? Oh my goodness, he's ripping. Kings will see it fired back into their own end. Out to play it is Korpisalo. 6:06 remains here in this second period of play. Sorry, Captain Distraction got going there for a moment. As Mr. Warren Fogle will fire this one back in, tipped out by the Kings to the near side boards, and they'll get into the Oilers' zone by doing so as Arvidsson battles it here along the boards against the Oilers. Picked up by Warren Fogle. He'll chip and charge off the near side boards and in on the left wing attack into the Kings zone. Picking it up is Anderson, who has had a really quiet series for a guy that I figured would be a focal point for both teams. As Anderson across the blue line. Here we go. Might have cursed it. No, back the other way. Shot fired, blocked in front. Erased that one, that's for sure. Back to the blue line there as they tried to go back to Anderson. He was actually at the face-off dot. Played in front. Oh my goodness, Stuart Skinner. 1, 2, 3. Finally, the puck goes in for the LA Kings. And, oh boy. Wow, that was tough. As the Kings drove it to the front of the net and scored the goal 2-1. 5:22 to go. They were just whacking away. I was just going to let them whack away, and then they finally actually scored. So that is kind of unfortunate. But this one here just kind of battles off of Anderson. He flips it around behind the net. Ekholm chases in behind and then just 1-2-3 whacks, and Deneau was able to put it home on Stuart Skinner, who got down. Whack number 2, whack number 3 goes off of his glove, off his pad, and into the net. And you see there he had 3 little wicked little attempts at that puck and just finally potted it home. So 2-1, we got a brand new game. Stuart Skinner loses the shutout midway through the hockey game again. That's fine and dandy, but we'll battle through. We don't have to worry too much about this, as this is going to come back into the neutral zone. Like I said, all we have to do is get that next goal. We failed to do as such, so hopefully now we get the job done here for the Oilers. And bad saying, maybe the Cat knew their sketch note a few moments ago, as I mentioned on the stream just seconds ago, as this one Kopitar battling there, as that will be a penalty coming up against the LA Kings, is it? As I think we might have a power play, or is it a power play for the Kings? As I think Kopitar had possession of that puck, but they draw that one there. And that is a stoppage in play yet again. So friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. If you're tuning in for the first time, my pleasure to have you aboard. I'm Tyson. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the man cave, whatever you want to call it, the studio as I call it. But what I want you to do right now is please, over the next few minutes here, consider hitting that subscribe button. I want you to stay aboard for games 3, 4, 5, when the Oilers win this series in 5. I want it to be special. I want you aboard. I mean, we did a good job pitching to everybody to subscribe last time out, but I really want you to hit that subscribe button, because if we can manage 361, 368 in period number 2 of game 2, we can probably be hitting 425, 440 if you all hit the subscribe button for coming back for game 3 on Friday night. That's for sure. And Friday night, hey, we all got free time. We all don't have to be up on the morning to go to work, so I think we could have a special night. And I just want to say we've hit the subscriber goal for tonight, so let's push for 11,620 or 650. We're at 11,626, so we are rocking along tonight, that's for sure. Vortex, welcome in, as we are absolutely crushing. As Jeff, welcome in as well, as you're saying we can't stay out of the box. And Kyle, you've got secondhand anxiety. I feel that. That's kind of where I'm sitting at right now. Steve, I'd love to show you the cap, but he is running away somewhere upstairs freaking out. And Jim Rat, welcome in as you're going off on the refs again. Like I said, right now, I'm in kind of a dang if I do, dang if I don't situation with the refs. Is they're calling the hockey games that are turning out to be my best Oilers live streams ever. So it's kind of tough, as Leon Draisaitl literally had his stick stuck in the guy's skates. So that's one of those tough ones there, where I'm going to be able to defend that one pretty well for the refs, as they're showing all the Oilers rough, edgy plays there. So that's where it's at right now. But we'll get going here as we rock to the penalty kill yet again. The Kings 0 for 2 with only 1 shot on goal. Kings now up to 11 shots. The shots for the Oilers are 22. So, I mean, it makes sense that it's a 2-1 hockey game, right? Kind of maths out a little bit there, as this one's going to come back to the blue line for the Kings. They're going to miss it at the own blue line, coming near side boards now. Free for Bjugstad, who frees it off to the far side. Nugent Hopkins had a chance, couldn't skate into it. $1:39 to go here in the power play for the LA Kings. Coming back across the line is Anze Kopitar. He can't get it going. Victor Arvidsson playing it around. Can't roll it either. 4:09 to go here in this second period of play. So that's the big thing. The Oilers just need to avoid the car crash before the end of the period. That's all I need to see here, that's for sure. 3:58 remaining now in the second period. Kopitar winding down near the near side face-off dot. Now Kempe fires the shot, blocked by Bjugstad. CC fires it along the boards, can't get it going, as that one will be reversed to the near side by the Kings. Kempe, as I take a breath, got to remember to breathe once in a while. Kempe to the near side dot. He's going to hammer the pass across. Save made by Stuart Skinner. And Arvidsson cannot believe Stuart Skinner just denied him. That was a beauty of a save by Stuart Skinner. I mean, that's about as perfect textbook, need a save, got a save as you can possibly get out of Stuart Skinner. That's a big one for sure. Needed that and got it. Skinner stands tall, makes the save, clamps down the glove on it, and that's huge. So that's good to see. As this one, 2 shots, 1 goal for Danault. He's back out there on the power play with 54 seconds remaining for the LA Kings here in this late second period. The Kings to the near side now fought forward by the Oilers. Ryan McLeod speeding away. He's across the blue line. He'll rip the shot towards the net. Never hit the net. Derek Ryan towards the net. Hits Mr. Quentin Byfield in front of the net, so that never got through. Or was that Dursey? Sorry, that's Dursey wearing number 50. I saw only the 5, and I figured, but that's all right. Never mind, as this one's going to come back out into the middle. As this one's picked up by the Kings. Moore fires it over to Kaliev, who gets it in deep, and now Skinner bounces it off the glass, and Kane absolutely hacks the puck, and that is going to be a penalty against Evander Kane. That was, oh my goodness, that was, okay, you want to defend the Oilers and the refs or whatever you want to say. That was the dumbest penalty I have seen Evander Kane take all season. That was, that was next level. Watch this. He sees it and he just baseballs it. I mean, 300 feet for the home run kind of baseball swing. That was bad. Wow. That was stupid. As I don't have any way to defend that at all. I've defended a lot of the plays here. I've defended the refs. I've defended the players. That was a dumb penalty right there, and that's a costly one at that. Even if you don't end up getting scored on this 2-man or 1-man advantage for the Kings, that is a dumb, costly penalty, as this one's going to be batted out by the Oilers on the face-off draw to the point. Matthias Ekholm battling there 5-on-3, trying to get this puck free for Bjugstad. The Oilers just about in 5 seconds to get another man on the ice now to the point. Here's Kopitar. Now the shot blocked over by Kempe. Now Ekholm's got us free to the 4-on-5. Shot comes loaded up. Stuart Skinner swallows it up with $1:38 to go in this power play for the LA Kings. That was, like I said, a dumb penalty, but that was bad. That's really all I can say. Do I need a goat in here? Because I could tell you a little bit, or is it a sheep that says bad? I think it's a sheep that says blah. I haven't read those farm books since I was about 4 years old. My apologies. And I don't live on a farm either. I live on an acreage. 2:34 to go here in this second period of play. $1:38 to go in the power play. That's what we need to get going here. Hopefully the Oilers rocket and roll it here. 2:34 with $1:38 to go in this power play for the Kings. Cody Ceci playing this puck. He'll fire it down the length of the ice. The Oilers clear the zone. So that's where it is now as a chance. Back the other way for Drew Doughty. He'll backhand it off the boards as the Kings look to set up the attack. Arvidsson, who's been dangerous all series. He didn't feature in the series last year because he wasn't around healthy enough to play. And now back down below the goal line. Kempe battling this puck against CC. Nugent Hopkins trying to free it up. The Kings inadvertently batted out of the zone, unfortunately. So that's good for us, as the Kings will have to reset with $1:05 to go in the power play across center. They'll dump back, and they're now inside the last 59 seconds of their power play. Kempe to Arvidsson. Arvidsson to the blue line here. As this one comes back up, now a chance for Kempe to rip the shot. Blocked in front. Cleared out by the Oilers with $1:41 to go in the second period. So we need this one to get going here with 40 seconds to go in this power play. As these ones will come back now for Danault, back through the neutral zone. 30 seconds remaining in the power play for the Kings, and the penalty to Mr. Evander Kane on the dumbfounding play to bat it out of play like a baseball swing out of midair, the puck into the stands. This one shot out by the Oilers out of the zone. McDavid fighting to try and free up this puck. He can't do it. 15 seconds to go in the power play now for the Kings. Here's Kaliev to the near side. Danault rips the shot in front, blocked far side for the Kings to clear the zone, and we have killed off the penalty. As this one comes back now for a chance for Desharnais. Desharnais will come back out of the zone. He'll play it to the middle now. Desharnais is going to miscue this puck. Back the other way, the Kings come to the attack. Backhanded on, Skinner scores. The LA Kings squeeze it across the blue line, or the red line, sorry, and Gabe Vilardi has scored a goal. Jay Woodcroft's taking a long look at this one, though. 41.9 seconds to go here in this second period, and the game is tied at 2-2 as Velarde scores the goal for the LA Kings. This one flip off the stick of Vinny Desharnais. He tries to get back into the play, and that one's just a nice little tuck there through Skinner for Gabe Velarde, who's back in action after missing game one. And that was just a perfect little tuck off the skate. Skinner didn't seal the post. And now this game gets interesting, as look at this one, tucks across the post, and just a perfect tuck across the line for the LA Kings. Doughty kind of late alongside Edler to realizing it. And now we got a hockey game going into the second period. And this one, I'm sorry, this one's giving me shades of, I guess you could say, of that Winnipeg Jets series, to be honest with you. This one's going to be fought down low into the Kings zone. Shot save made off the Hyman. Shot rebound there for Nude. Shot save made again. And that's shades of that Jets series coming up again. Here's Kupari, the shot off the post. Skinner gets bailed with 9 seconds remaining here in this second period. And this one, so a second period won by the LA Kings as we will go to the intermission. So that's where we're at right now, friends. 2-2 after 2 periods of play, as Kupari came this close to making it 3-2 at the end of this second period, but he rings it off the post. And that is a tough finish to the period. We have a hockey game, as Carp says. Yes, indeed we do. Let's just hope we can get this job done now. That's all it really comes down to for me, is if we can finish this one off and score a goal. Hopefully the Oilers can do something here. So, friends, if you're new to the channel, what happened? Well, the Oilers gave up 2 goals, and now all of a sudden, as Jack's also saying, buckle up. We are going into this third period tied. If you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button before you head out for the intermission and come back later on. Hit that subscribe button, come back in for the rest of the game. I'd love to have you aboard, but we are definitely crushing along here on the live stream. I want to give you an update on the subscriber total. We are at, just to map it out here, it's taking its time loading, 11,632. So if you haven't had that chance yet, we're fighting towards 11,650, that's for sure. And I want to give you an idea here too, that we are absolutely crushing along tonight. 9164 times 3.65 divided by 60. We are over 557 hours watched into this stream. So that's where we're at right now. Hopefully the Oilers can find a solution in this period. And every single possible gaff is coming at the same time, my friend. If you're watching right now, look on my face. I'm feeling it right there with you. That is tough. That is absolutely tough way to finish the period, but that's okay. Peter, welcome in as well. Late night for Peter. It's just about midnight, by the way, for him. So give him his props for staying up with us. So friends, I will be back in a matter of time. I'm just going to go fill up my cup and, of course, go take a bio break because we might be in it for the long haul yet again tonight. I'll be right back. Thanks for being aboard. And you've been watching Dolynny TV, and you will continue watching Dolynny TV, I hope. All right, friends, let's keep rocking and rolling. And I want to tell you this, all right? I should be upset with how that period finished. I should be upset with the Edmonton Oilers. I should be upset with the refs. I should be upset with Evander Kane. I should be upset with a lot of dang things right now. But I will tell you right now why I'm not upset. Because in the next 2,400 views on the live stream, I will set my best ever Edmonton Oilers live stream for the second hockey game in a row. Let me tell you, that motivates me to be here and be a good sport about whatever happens. That is for sure. So hopefully the Oilers can turn it around in this third period. That's what I want. But obviously I'm not too upset about anything. And of course the little three-legged guy coming up to cuddle here in this second period. Intermission, as we'll get aboard with the Cats here in a moment. This is not the guy that was freaking out, by the way, though, as he's playing around here wanting to cuddle and get that whatever I've got in my beard probably out, as I probably got a little bit of corn chowder in this one. But friends, that's where we're finding ourselves. The little three-legged guy can't decide what he wants to do, so I'll just send him to the ground here. But looking like that little raccoon kind of guy, as we are. Let's rock it. We are so close to deciding this one right now. As friends, yeah, that's just a little bit of cat love there for the live stream, and I will give you that one more time update, and then we'll go do the finish off to this pretty much. Twice over. There we go. All right, let's go do this. Let's quickly crush off the watch time one more time, as I just want to again measure that out because that's been fantastic. 583. Perfect. And first time watching ice hockey, greetings from Brazil. Pedro, welcome aboard. Thank you for being along. And let's get this going. What else do we need? We need to check the score column. That's what we need to do after 2 periods of play. Give you the update. The Oilers have 25 shots. The Kings have 2 goals on 14 shots. So it's 2-2 after 1 period of play. Or 2 periods of play, sorry. 1 period of play, it was 2-0. And then the Kings answered back and scored the 2-0 goal, or 2-0 differential in the second. That's why it's 2-2. My brain starts losing track after 10 o'clock. It is 10:02, by the way. Derek Ryan from Leon Draisaitl and Darnell Nurse to start the scoring tonight. Then Leon Draisaitl's third of the playoffs on the power play from Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard. And then in the Kings, late inside the last about 6 minutes of that second period. All even strength for the Kings, though, so the penalties not necessarily costing us. Philip Deneau from Adrian Kempe and Mikey Anderson. And then Gabriel Velarde from Trevor Moore and Vladislav Gavrikov. So tough go to start these hockey games, that's for sure, for the Oilers. And now we just got to try and battle through and get this job done here in this third period of play. That's all it really comes down to for the Oilers. And everybody in the Kings side of the chat saying, like Kings and 4 and stuff. Like I said, this playoff series already, just based on the way the first 5.5 periods have gone, definitely has shades of the Jets series in 2021 for the Oilers written all over it. So hopefully for the Oilers, we don't see that outcome again, but it's just weird to kind of see that replaying itself here against the LA Kings in 2023. So that's where we're at right now. Where else we are at right now? I don't think we have much else to really rock on here in this one. Nick's welcome in, as we should be just about ready for this one to get back underway here in a matter of a few moments. I've just got a message I should get to here. And looks like Tim had shared a tweet with us earlier. As I'm going to take this one up, he had shared the lines earlier. Okay, that's what we had seen come through earlier, as that's all we need to know, as we are just rolling along. Stay out of the box, we win. Simon, I would say stay out of the box, we win. That would be about the right answer here for the Oilers. Whether it be in overtime, whether it be in regulation, I think honestly if the Oilers don't beat themselves, they probably win this hockey game. That's right, that Vinny Desharnais goal against, the Oilers beat themselves and gave up a 2-2 hockey game goal. And even the marker for Mikey Anderson's first assist of the playoff series, just because that's more or less how I want to remember it for Philip Deneau in front. The Oilers collapsed behind the net. Deneau marched out in front and scored, right? That's how that one kind of breaks down. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just hoping the Oilers can obviously get the job done tonight, and then we are really going to rock and roll and be just fine for what should be a good 1-1 series, but still yet to be proven. So we'll see what happens here. And you know what? Drew Doughty's kind of got the exact same beard I do, to be honest with you. Obviously, his middle parts here are a little bit more filled in, but Drew Doughty's got the exact same beard I do. Maybe I'm related to Drew Doughty. Wouldn't that be something? Call up my cousin and say, hey, bro, can I come watch a hockey game with you? I'd take it. I'd take it. But, yeah, that's where we're at right now, as we should be ready to get going, as we should be on our last commercial break. Then we'll have the big board, and then we will be ready to rock and roll here into period number 3 and see what ends up coming of that, as we are just that close. Again, friends, if you're new to the channel, I got to keep appealing, because I've got big goals to aspire to here on YouTube coming down the pipe at the end of next season. So if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'd love to have you aboard. I will once again introduce myself to some of you. You've heard me say this 6 times tonight, but I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Welcome into the studio. My pleasure to have you along for the call of the Kings and Oilers series so far. Hope you've been enjoying, right? There's a lot of storylines. There's a lot of fun things. There's a lot of things to be upset at. And there's a lot to really enjoy as a hockey fan. And as I've said a couple of times in tonight's stream, as I said a couple of times in last game's stream, I've really got nothing to be upset at, because really nobody has really made an issue with me. Nobody's been upset with me, and you guys have been so great to me. We are about to set back-to-back best ever Edmonton Oilers live streams here on Dolynny TV. And Kafka is my last name Ukrainian? You betcha it is. That's kind of where the origin story begins, way back when, a couple centuries ago, to be honest with you, before coming over to Alberta. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. And Aldo, you've got the underwell. I'm sorry, my friend. I hate to break it to you. We've kind of not been cashing bets so far this year in the playoffs and the live streams. Regular season, you come in here with any bet you made and it was going to cash by game's end. Not so good in the playoffs after game 1, I'll tell you that much. As we are just about to go here for this third period, I'm sure. And Stoney, I'm glad to hear it's sunny today on top of your mountain cave. I guess the days would definitely be getting longer up there in the Yukon, that's for sure. And we are just about ready to rock and roll. Rio, you're saying Draisaitl says be more disciplined, then got 2 penalties tonight. Yeah, and they're at-fault penalties to boot as well. So Nathan, 2 goals on 14 shots. I have a lot of faith in Skinner. I do. I mean, right? The Oilers collapsed behind the net on 1 and then gaff the puck in the neutral zone, and Skinner can't seal the post. So you blame them for 1, you're only down 2-1 realistically. So I really don't worry about Stuart Skinner. Again, the Oilers' problem is never really goaltending. It's more about playing a full, complete team game, and if they do that, we will be just fine and dandy, right? Play as a team, win as a team, score goals as a team, don't give up goals as a team, and don't take penalties as a team, and score on the power play when you get it. That's I'm sounding a little bit more like a salesman as this series goes along, but we're hopefully going to just turn this around here in this third period and show the determination. And would Campbell make any difference? Would you trust Jack Campbell in the playoffs after what you have seen here in this first 2 games? I wouldn't. Not based on what I saw after the regular season. And Brain, I gotta blame Stuart Skinner on the first one? Not really. Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard were both below the goal line with a forward right in front of the net. That doesn't seem like proper defending to me. So that's where I'm still not okay with blaming Stewie. You can blame him a little bit. I mean, I'm always down to blame everybody. Like I said, win and lose as a team. But don't blame somebody all told when both defenders are below the goal line on the same side of the net. That's really all I got to say there. As yeah, that's where we're finding ourselves, friends. We just crossed the 10,000 view threshold on the live stream. By the way, we have just done it. It's the first time I've gotten to see this one live before the start of a third period in the history of doing Oilers stuff. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. And we should be almost ready for this third period. They're just showing off the MLB The Show, the MLB The Show stuff here, which would be all about MLB The Show 23. Trust me, it's a solid little game. I've loved it so far. So if you have a chance, definitely pick it up. And let's see what else we got here. We've got a couple commercials with Hazel May of the Blue Jays, and we are just about hopefully ready to get to hockey because I'd like to get to bed here before 11:30. I'm not going to say 11 because when I said 11 last game, we cursed it and we didn't go to bed until midnight. So we're hoping for a little bit different of a result tonight, and hopefully we're good to go there again, friends. One more time, I'll kind of throw it your way. If you haven't had a chance yet to hit that subscribe button, would love for you to do that. Almost need you to do that because I need you back here for game 3 and 4, right? I need you back. And obviously we can't do these numbers without you. I know we've got 382 people, and you could say easily there's 382 people that could be here, not named you, but I need you here. So the more the merrier, that's for sure. So let's get into this one more time in the watch time, and then let's crush off into the rest of this hockey game. They are just absolutely running me the commercials right now, as I don't understand why I'm seeing all these commercials. But if there's anyone let me know. Let's go find out. But let's see here, 631 hours watched on the stream as well. So thank you so much for that. We are going to set a watch hour record by the end of this stream as well. So we are going to absolutely crush along tonight. And Vegeta, it's midnight for you. You won't be able to listen to the end. That is fine and dandy, friends. If you have to head out, at any point, that's okay. We'll get a whole bunch more friends in here as this game goes along. You betcha on that. And kid, you're tuning in from, I believe, Texas, if that's a TX at the end of your name, going for the Kings as well. We're going to get the more and more Kings fans in here. As these stream numbers bump up, we're going to get the Kings fans in here as well. But we should be almost ready to get back to hockey here, friends. My apologies. It seems to be taking quite a while tonight for some reason, but we just need to obviously get this job done here in this third period. Go to bed happy, go to work healthy, and go to work ready to crush it tomorrow, because I will tell you, I have a big day at work driving all around the city of Calgary tomorrow, and we have got to absolutely crush it tomorrow, me and Buddy on the truck, because it's going to be a big day, and I owe it to him to clutch up tomorrow. So we can't be going to overtime tonight. As much as I said I couldn't afford overtime on Monday, I can't afford overtime tonight. The Oilers need to win in regulation this evening. We're outside Rogers Place, McEwen Station, the LRT station showing right there. I really liked last game. They had kind of a hyper train of going down the train, and here's Cecily England, the young fan that's made friends with Mr. Evander Kane in support of Ben Stelter, and of course all the work he did for us, and she's been alongside, and of course they're showing the playoff 50-50 because there's a tie there as well. We'll get into that story, I'm sure, as the playoffs go along. Great story from Cecilia as well this season, and the playoff jackpot. At the end of tonight, somebody's going home with $2.5+ million in their pocket if you bought a ticket. The second period here is Stuart Skinner comes across and just couldn't quite seal the post. So both plays, Stuart Skinner just unable to seal the post completely, and he gets beat on the back skate there on that second one. So that's where we're at right now. And I just got an annoying piece of gum somewhere in my mouth there that's irritating me a little bit. But we are ready for this third period to play, friends. Giddy up. If we can hit 200 likes before the end of the first commercial break, that would be fantastic. We're at 178 right now, so if you haven't had a chance to hit that like button, let's do it, and let's get to work here, friends. The LA Kings, for the third period in a row, win the face-off off the opening 20 minutes, and the Oilers will jostle this one back into the neutral zone. Zach Hyman to the puck. He'll battle here against 3 LA Kings. Come away with it. Connor McDavid speeding back the other way on the attack. Backhand. Rebound for Kane. Can't get it going. So there's McDavid playing with Kane now. And what a good chance there. The Oilers almost cash in right out of the gate in the first 30 seconds. Would have been beautiful if they could have done it. Now they are back into the defensive zone. This one back to the near side point for the Oilers, playing it up off the stick of Hyman down the length of the ice. Did they get a touch on it? Yes, they did. It's all the way to Korpisalo. 9:15 to go here in this third period of play, as Doughty will come up with this puck in his own zone. Get me engaged right away. Good job, Connor McDavid and company. Stuart Skinner around the boards. He'll fire it up near to the point. Picked up now by Yamamoto. Coming with Nugent Hopkins and Leon Draisaitl. We love to see this combination in the playoffs. Shot fired down low. We did not see this combination in the playoffs very much in 2020, and that is mainly why we lost the playoffs that year, as Stuart Skinner will pick up the puck on a flip in from center ice and glove it down. So that's where we're at so far, as this one, what a pickup there from Connor McDavid. Almost had it off the backhand rebound there for Kane. Just about potted it, and D. Smith welcome in. As that was a beauty of a shot from McDavid. Almost fooled Korpisalo, and then Kane just whiffed up on it, hitting the shaft of his stick instead of the blade. And 18:46 to go here in this third period of play. Bjugstad will take the face-off. He will be told what to do against Gabe Vilardi one more time. 18:46, as I mentioned, remaining here in the third period. Bjugstad wins it back. Kulak's going to take and turn this puck around. Kings and Oilers battle along the near side board. 18:38 to go here, as this puck's won back by the Kings to the blue line. Shot whistled down into the near side corner. Blake Lizotte first to it for the Kings, battling around in behind. Vinny Desharnais still on the ice for the Oilers. He'll take down Vilardi and Lizotte, and no penalty there. So the Oilers just got away with a penalty there, thankfully. So that's a huge get for the Oilers. They stay out of the box early here in this third period of play. 27-15 the shots, 2-2 the score between the Oilers and Kings here early on. This one's going to come back into the Oilers zone, or into the Kings zone, sorry, as this one is going to go here for the Kings to keep playing this puck as it's jostled up in the middle of the ice. Kings still trying to get it out of their own zone. This one tipped ahead. The Kings get it across the blue line now for the Oilers in fighting against Derek Ryan. Now picking it up the other way. Here comes Ryan McLeod. Or is that Clem Costin? Shot first, scores! 3-2, baby! The Edmonton Oilers on Clem Costin's shot. Ace, where you at? I think that was you that had Clem Costin being such a beast for the Oilers. Breaking the score. 17:40 to go in this third period of play. And Clem Costin fires home the 3-2 marker. We needed that coming into the second period. We get it here in the third. And what a play there. The Oilers just stuck with it in the neutral zone. Draisaitl pickpockets, and Clem Shady comes down the wing and fires a beauty of a goal. My goodness, what a magic bullet there from Clem Costin, coming across the line and firing it and just beating Dursey to the shot. That's a big goal. That's a big shot. And that's, again, you know what? You lost Matthias Janmark. Now it's Clem Shady's time to shine. 17:37 to go here in this third period of play. The Oilers get it back to the lead. Ekholm chops it to the near side boards in the Oilers high zone. It's backhanded out of the zone, and we've got 17.5 to go in this third period. 28-15 the shots on goal for the Oilers. Right now a 3-2 lead as they get back into the game. And currently the LA Kings wishing Korpisalo could make a save as well, as he's operating below a 900 save percentage so far in this one as of current. Clem Costin's first of the playoffs, unassisted, a big tally there. Pick it up and walk it down, shoot the puck off the rush and score a goal. You don't see the Oilers do that very, very often, and Clem Costin, how about that, picking up that marker and getting the job done. Kings playing pitch and catch in their own end. This Quinton Byfield playing it down the ice into the zone, battling there, can't get it going, and now the Kings back into their own end one more time. Fire it up across the blue line now. Kopitar into the Oilers' end. Kopitar dragging backhand, tries to play it forehand off of Skinner, couldn't do it. And now Kopitar one more time to Kempe. Kempe back to the point, shot Gavrikov, save for Mr. Stuart Skinner, and then Byfield got turfed in front of the net, but That is how you respond, friends, for sure. Roger, welcome in. Individual, welcome in. And Taylor, Mike Smith should be the Oilers goalie coach. Well, I would love to see Mike Smith come back to the Oilers organization after finishing his contract and being a goalie coach. That wouldn't be bad at all. And Warp coming in as well. Welcome back. And Oilersaurus coming into the chat. That was a beauty. Yes, sir, it was. Yes, sir. Yes, it was. And friends, just so you know, on that marker from Clean Costin, I don't want to spoil it, but we have just set up the best Dolynny TV Edmonton Oilers live stream of all time. Thank you for being aboard. This is now, from here on out, record breaking. Kings in front, denied again by Stuart Skinner twice over. And Mr. Stuart Skinner making some saves right now, as that is huge for this right here. 16:21 to go in this third period. Skinner makes another few saves, so he racks up a couple more saves, and away we go. And this continues to be a great game so far. I'm glad that we are up to 3-2 because it was getting sketchy there, and I don't know how I would have handled being down 3-2 if that had been the case. But the Kings win the faceoff in the Oilers' defensive end. Now Mr. Vinny Desharnais chasing against Lizotte. They've been battling quite a bit all night as a chance to Velarde gets poked out of the zone, and we've got 16 minutes to go here in this third period. Here's Fogle firing it just wide of the post. I thought he had it. Thought he was about to ring iron and put it in, but this one comes all the way back down to Korpisalo. And when you're doing the math, we're about 53 seconds away from being a third or a quarter done this third period. That's really all we got to hope is just bleed time off the clock now and manage the puck smartly. That's for sure. The shot from the LA Kings, save made from Stuart Skinner, and that's the 19th shot of the night for the LA Kings. That's for sure. It's been an interesting one so far. And Kafka, I will tell you, again, I just saw the message here from Kafka talking about a Turtle Island Oilers t-shirt. We all know this Oilers jersey, right? What we need to do, because I think the Turtle Island jersey is in the same style, we need to get the Turtle Island logo on a jersey for the alternate next season. I'm telling you, we need to wear that 5, 6, 7, 8 times at home next year as our game jersey. So that's where we're at. So let's go get on to this one here, friends. We are getting into the nitty gritty of this hockey game, and we are getting down to it here for sure. So we are just about ready for the center ice face-off. No goal was scored, just a weird puck bounced out of play, but we'll have a face-off at center ice nonetheless as the Oilers win it back, and this one comes down to Darnell Nurse in the zone. 15:26 to go here in the third period, played around to the near side. The Oilers battle it off the boards. Byfield fights it to the middle. The shot from Kempe denied by Skinner. And I did see the comment too about Skinner reminding some folks of Mike Smith. Skinner learned from Mike Smith, I'll tell you that much. Mike Smith's the mentor to Stuart Skinner's students. So that's kind of where we're at. An icing call against the Kings here. 15:03 to go in this third period of play. Friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. Right now, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to appeal to you right now. I don't know how long the numbers are going to last for tonight, but if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button. Why? I want you here for game 3, 4, 5, the off season. I want you here for all of it going forward. If you're an Oilers fan, if you're a Kings fan, I want you aboard for everything. Martin, welcome aboard as well. But I want you all aboard for this, that's for sure. So let's rock and roll. A face-off for Draisaitl back to the blue line. Nurse couldn't handle it there. This one's going to come free with 14:58 to go in this third period time. Winding down on the Kings now. Obviously, all they needed is 16.7 seconds in the third period to score that final goal to tie it up 3-3 going into overtime last game. So we're looking to avoid that car crash with just seconds on the clock this time around. Nice play there by Yamamoto over to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl's denied there at current. And now it's going to work back to the near side as Doughty works up the middle now out of his own zone. Back to the near side to Mikey Anderson. Anderson across the line fires the shot. Save made by Skinner. It squirts away from him. McLeod plays it to the open wing. Nice play there now by Bukestad. Carolina won 4-3 in OT. Florida won 6-3 over top of Boston. And then Dallas leading Minnesota 7-3 with 3:03 to go in the third period. As this one will come back into the Oilers' end. They're going to change up the forwards and look to kill off the clock. Kulak and Desharnais looking off, killing off an extra 5, 10, 15 seconds there, skating in their own zone. Desharnais now on the breakout over to Connor McDavid, who goes down the wing, can't get it past Lizotte. He's going to try and pick Lizotte's pocket. The Oilers come crashing. Bouchard frees it up. Now Hyman trying to keep it in. Bouchard now has to hustle back and not turn over this puck. Bouchard, calm, steady, calm play, and comes back the other way for Hyman down the right wing. Hyman around in behind the net now, picked up by Evander Kane, who's taken that dumb penalty, but now rewarded with top-line minutes. Bouchard fired a cannon in 87.2, but couldn't get the shot on net, and it hops all the way back to Bouchard in the Oilers' zone. 13-18 to go here in this third period. And we've had some nerves in this game. We've had some fun moments. Definitely feels like playoff hockey. But this is where it starts to really feel like playoff hockey, where the nerves start wearing down late in the third period, holding a 1-goal lead. The Kings fire it into their own bench unintentionally, and we will have a stoppage in play with just a few minutes left here in this third period. 13:03 to go. And friends, just as we know, once again, I'll appeal to you. If you haven't already, I just want to give you that subscriber number right here, right now. I want to appeal one more time, but I again want to take a quick peek at what we've been doing so far on these live streams here. These hours have been absolutely insane so far on the live stream. So would love to definitely check this out here as the back end numbers look absolutely awesome. And as we go, the subscriber number that I promised you a moment ago, 11,646. So friends, if you haven't had a chance yet, we're 4 subscribers away from 11,650. I would love to have you hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV tonight. And maybe, just possibly, we could finish this whole crazy thing off tonight with 11,700. Wouldn't that be something? And then we can really roll into game number 3 against these LA Kings on Friday night with quite the large crowd for the pregame. That'd be fantastic. And just a quick watch time update, as I promised you as well. How about this? 730 hours watched. So between game 1 and game 2, we've got over 1,500 hours watched on the stream. Let me put an S at the end of that. Looks like last game ever for Fleury individual. I do not know what's going to happen there for Fleury. Verdon, welcome in. Glad to see you again, as we are almost ready to get this rocking and rolling here back into action. The Oilers just taking the commercial timeout. It's the first commercial timeout of the period. And kid, you're holding out the subscribe unless the Kings win. Well, I appreciate that. That's the gamesmanship of this whole thing. But look at Ice District right now. Absolutely filled to the brim with Oilers fans. Love to see it. Hunter Ryan Singh, Louis DeBrusque on the call tonight for us, as they will be all series long, as they have been calling a good one so far. Both the LA Kings and the Oilers needed overtime in game 1 to solve things. And now the Oilers again precariously holding a 3-2 lead in the third period, as they did last game against these aforementioned LA Kings. Shot back to the point, now down low to Leon Draisaitl. 12:59 to go here in this third period. Fought back there by the LA Kings. Kempe turns it back, backhanded in on Skinner. He makes the save. This one battles along the boards. Kopitar now near side. This one continues to battle as it comes along the wall. Kempe continuing to battle, and now flipped out and off of somebody and out of play. So that one's right there for now, as hopefully we get it going. NJ, welcome in again. Long time no see, but welcome back in. Glad to have you along. And Nation, welcome back in. Are you watching game 1 or game 2? Well, it would seem like you're watching the same game over and over again. Maybe a little bit of Groundhog Day for us, but hopefully not the case. Bukestad here will take the face-off against Dano. Bukestad tries to win this back. Now forward. Now Trevor Moore off the post on the outside. Almost put it in. 12:33 to go here in this third period of play as the Kings get to the attack in the Oilers' end. They really haven't had that much of an attempt here, but it's been interesting, as this one's going to go 29-22. The shots on goal here. 12:18 to go here in this third period of play. Fogle goes in this third period down low to Evander Kane. coming back in behind. Now Kane fires the shot. It's blocked in front. And this one's going to work now to Connor McDavid, trying to cut to the front of the net. He can't do it. Now wrap around, front play. Kane, chance on net, and Korpisalo upset with Kane, who's got 3 LA Kings all over him now, and 4 LA Kings in there with Zach Hyman and Evander Kane. 11:59 to go as they're going back and forth and back and forth. And the referee's saying, I'm going to take one of you if you don't stop this right now. As 11:59 to go here in this third period. And guys, just quick warning, just keep it civil, please. 11:59 left in this third period. 31-22 the shots on goal. Bukestad getting it going off that face-off, and somehow Moore won that one back. That was a wild one. I thought the Oilers had won it ahead, and then Moore pulled it back last second. And here's Evander Kane firing towards the net, and then all of a sudden it just battles around a couple of times as in comes Evander Kane battling that puck, and it was loose. Before they blew that whistle dead, it was loose for Kane to whack away. So that was interesting. This one will come back to the point now off of a high stick and out of the zone. The face-off comes. So that one is right there. 11:53 to go in this third period. And Klim Kostin scored early in the third period. See, you're hoping the Kings can tie it here. This one comes along, and guys, just saying, keep the politics out of my chat. I don't know. I haven't had to remind folks of that in a long while because we haven't had that. Just keep the opinions. We don't need that in here. I try to keep this as neutral as possible, so let's keep that out of here if we can. We're at 500 viewers. Welcome aboard. If you're just tuning in, the Kings firing a shot from the point. This one's going to go back the other way, and now comes the Oilers out of the zone. Now an opportunity for the Kings to turn it over. They do, as this one's going to come back up to the point, as this one will come out of the zone now with 11:15 to go here in this third period. This is where I got to get going. We got to get it up here. Isaac, you're saying the Connor McDavid guy needs to score a goal. Yes, I need Connor McDavid to score a big goal right here, right now to seal this one, whether it be an empty netter or whether it be the one that makes it 4-2. Here comes Leon Draisaitl. The hits in favor of the Oilers, 50-39. Play to the middle. Here's Nugent Hopkins. My TV literally just cut out. You kidding me? Is it 4-2? No, it's back into the Oilers zone now. Picking it up is Evander Kane going alongside with Leon Draisaitl for a moment. Couldn't get it going, and now all of a sudden Doughty's in behind here. 10-20 to go as they try and get it going here. This one's fired ahead, blocked back by the Oilers one more time. Hyman blows a tire. That could be costly. Deneau can't get it across the blue line quickly. And this one's back the other way. 10:06 to go here in this third period. Anderson back over to Gavrikov. Gavrikov back to Anderson. Now up the boards to Arvidsson. Arvidsson over to Kane. And this one now for Trevor Moore. Fires the shot. Blocked in front again. Far side boards. Shot blocked there by Kane. Kane, hey, you got to give it to him. Kane comes up with a huge block shot inside the last 10 minutes of this third period. Puck comes all the way down into the Kings zone. Gavrikov picking it up here. 9:35 to go, friends. We're picking up steam. We're finishing off this stream with ease as the Oilers will hopefully give us something here as this one comes back into the neutral zone. Tipped in by the Kings, and now here's Desharnais. 9:20 to go here in this third period. Fogle gets it going, and this one battled off around the boards, played to the middle of the ice, and that one's fought back by Velarde as this continues to battle. Mr. Ryan McLeod comes over. McLeod's going to battle here as it comes back to Lizotte. Lizotte battling, can't get anything going. Back behind the net now is Velarde one more time. 3-2, the score remains. Let's get this big-time goal here to get up to 4-2. That would be huge. This one's going to keep battling here for the Oilers. Back to the blue line. Now punched in deep into the Oilers zone. Backhanded out by McLeod. Fogle battling here. This is just a good board battle, and it goes length of the ice for an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers here. And that will be a stoppage in play with 8:37 to go in this one. Tuning in from South Korea tonight as well. So there you go. Tuning in all the way from South Korea. Bushra, welcome in as well, as we've got a whole bunch of people joining us along for this one, as that's costing Grunstrom going hard in the boards, and Nugent Hopkins firing a shot, save made by Korpisalo, and it's been an interesting night so far, friends. If you're just tuning in, we are going to keep going. Sorry, I thought we were going to commercial break, but that's where we're at. Bugstad's going to get going to it. 8:37 remaining here in this third period. Oilers leading in the shot department 33-22. They're going to battle this one off a stick. Back the other way. Here comes Bugstad to the middle of the shot. Fired over top of the net. I thought he had it. I thought Bugstad had put us up 4-2, but he didn't do it. With 8:20 remaining, the Kings regather the puck in their own zone. And we are now inside the nitty-gritty of this hockey game. Inside the last 500 seconds, to be precise. As here comes Kailer Yamamoto. Puck escapes his stick as he's slammed into the end board. Stays on his feet. And now here we go. Holy welcome in from Milan cheering for the Leafs. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea. 8 minutes to go, which means 480 seconds remain in this third period of play as the Oilers look to close out the LA Kings. Second opportunity to do it, 3-2 in the third period. Let's giddy up and get this done as this one comes back the other way. Is this going to be shot towards? Fired save made off a block in front for the Oilers. They're able to clear the zone. Coming back out the other way, 7:36 to go as this one's going to be shot fired in. Save made by Korpisalo. Oilers first to it. Hyman battling for this puck here. McDavid's been realistically very quiet this series. We are looking for this one to bust open for McDavid. 7:20 to go in this third period. Back the other way, the Kings lead it for Trevor Moore. Moore across the Oilers blue line, fires it in. Stuart Skinner out to make the save, and he stops one right there. So that's huge, as that was a big get, as my goodness here. That is been end-to-end action on that rush there for the Oilers. And friends, welcome aboard. I just want to say we have eclipsed more viewers here on this live stream. Concurrent live at once. We've hit the record. 566 is the record for most viewers live at once during these playoff streams. And we have that currently right here, right now. Just to give you an idea, friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Tyson. This is my channel. This is my studio. Some lovely Oilers jerseys. I've got the McDavid reverse retro this year. 2 years ago, the old Adidas from my first ever Oilers jersey. Yeah, seems weird. I might have had one as a kid that I don't remember. And this, I will give you $10 if you can remember who the player on the back of this is. That $10 might come in the form of me sitting here talking until I earn $10. I don't know, but I ain't giving nobody $10 because we've got some bigger goals that we've talked about earlier in the season. Anyway, misspoke. Anyway, Christian, welcome in as we are just about ready to rock and roll. JT, don't give me that stuff right there. As we're hoping here as Connor McDavid and the Oilers going on commercial break right now. And friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. As I'm saying, I'm going through all that. What I also want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Would be much appreciated to have you aboard for games 3, 4, and 5. If you'd be so kind to come back, I think we've got a pretty good thing going here. If you'd be awesome to come back right now. And let's go get this going. I just want to quickly check that watch time again. As I've said earlier in the stream, as we're about to cross 600 of you live watching me here tonight. This is far and above my best live stream I've ever done with the Oilers. So I appreciate y'all being along for the ride here tonight. It means the world to me, and I honestly don't think I could have ever imagined coming back to this Oilers stuff this year and doing what we've done this year together as a community. So thank you so much for that. As let's get this going as the face-off just about down between Bugstad and I believe Deneau again. That would make sense, as instead it's Gabe Vilardi in the face-off dot. 7:12 to go here in this third period. One ahead by the Oilers. Fought back by the Kings. Backhanded by Vilardi towards the net. Goes wide. There it is. Got the arrow to the chest there. And this one's going to be worked by Vinny Desharnais. A simple bang it off the boards. Get it down the length of the ice. Here comes Derek Ryan. He scored our first goal of this hockey game. Banging it in on a weird kind of shot. But it worked out either way. And the Oilers get it across the blue line, backhanded here into the Kings zone with 6:45 to go. We got to rally up and get this job done now with less than 400 seconds remaining in this hockey game. That is how much separates us from a Game 2 victory on home ice. Kempe to the middle of the ice, swings it back to the blue line. Shot fired down by the Kings around behind the net and out of the near side boards as this one comes back to the blue line. Kings can't keep it in off the ankles of somebody in front for the Oilers. And this one now with 6:16 to go here in this third period. We'll get it back to the blue line. Third period going here as this one's going to be picked up by Kopitar. Turned back at center ice. Worked around by Mikey Anderson and fought ahead by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who's going to backhand this one down deep into the zone. Draisaitl out there with Yamamoto and Nugent-Hopkins. This one's going to come back the other way as Doughty will, just get this one tipped in. Stuart Skinner will play this one around the boards. Cut off there by Quinton Byfield. Back to the middle. Kopitar fires the shot. Kicked out by Stuart Skinner. You'll love to see it. 5:41 to go here in this third period. Now Kopitar again across to D partner. Drew Doughty. Shot drifted towards the net. Didn't ever make it through. So it comes back to the new point. And this one will continue to battle here as this one comes free and now played by Zach Hyman up ahead to Cody Ceci. 5:23 to go in this third period to play. Kane muscling down on Anderson. Hyman getting to work. McDavid trying to free this puck up. He can't. And now Deneau far side wing inside the last 5:10 to go as this one's played to the middle. Deneau swings it around the net. Trying to get to the middle. Nice play by Ekholm to disrupt. That's why we got him. That's why we got him. And here's the puck played back to the middle of the ice. Flipped down the length of the ice all the way into the King's end. And we are inside the last 300 seconds to go, my friends. That's how close we are to this one being done. Back across the Kings line it goes. 4:48 to go here in this third period as they keep coming back the other way. This one tipped down by Evander Kane. It'll be a high stick in the middle of the neutral zone, and we will have a stoppage in play. Kopitar on Stuart Skinner. The shot from Kopitar far side. Skinner kicks it out with the toe. And the save made to make sure we keep playing on. Friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. So glad to have you aboard, honestly. This is very, very humbling, this live stream. This is the best ever Edmonton Oilers live stream ever done on Dolynny TV. We set the record earlier in the third period. What I want you to do right now, let's make it a real special night. If you can, hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you aboard. And if you're watching back at home, not signed into a YouTube account, can't hit that subscribe button, I just want to pass along. I do appreciate you being along for the ride tonight. It really means a lot to have everybody from all corners of the world tuning in this evening to be a part of the live stream. We're at 11,658 for subscribers. If you can hit that subscribe button, absolutely please do it. If not, that's fine and dandy. Thank you for being for the ride anyway. So we should be ready to rock and roll for this final time here. Alexander, welcome in. Gauzy, welcome in. I can't show the game due to copyright restrictions, friends. If I show the game, I lose my channel on copyright, and that ain't good for anybody. Trust me, we got a good thing going here. No reason to risk it at this point. And again, friends, here's the cat. He's going to walk across. Sorry if the mic goes really, really loud. Cat, can you please get down? Cat's not used to people being up in the house at 10:42 at night, but we're just about ready to go to bed here, maybe before 11:30. Like I said, I'm not saying before the other time, because last time I said that, we screwed that up real bad in the last 16 minutes and 37 seconds of the hockey game. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. You missing me? You missing me? As we are just about ready to rock and roll here, as they're showing all the high hits, all the huge hits, all the late hits, and all the big hits. As this has been a good hockey game so far, that's for sure, between the Oilers and the LA Kings. And friends, we've surpassed over 52,000 minutes watched on the stream. That is nuts. That is nuts. As this one's going to be fought back by the Oilers into the Kings zone. 4:30 to go. Buddy, I have to let you down. As this one's going to be worked out by the LA Kings. Drew Doughty back up the middle and now flipped in by Quinton Byfield. Adrian Kempe comes in, fires the shot to the middle. Stuart Skinner just kind of sits there. He's like, somebody's going to play that puck, and it's going to be one of my teammates. And it was, as this one's no call against Nugent-Hopkins. Thankfully, Oilers play on. Ceci fires it in. And all right, here we go. Get to work, friends. We are inside the last 4 minutes and 3 seconds of this third period between the Oilers and Kings with a 3-2 Edmonton Oilers lead. The puck played back by the Edmonton Oilers. LA Kings in their own zone. Kings across the Oilers blue line. Oilers regain possession and flip it back into the neutral zone. Cat's now chewing on cardboard because I didn't pay him enough attention. Go figure. That's what you're hearing in the background if you're hearing some rustling happening, as the Oilers will play it in their own territory back into the neutral. This one across the blue line, and now here comes Zach Hyman with Nick Bugstad and Ryan McLeod. Zach Hyman battling along the boards. Hyman turning and burning in the far side corner in the Kings zone. Now to the front of the net. He's going to fire the shot. Oh, it hops off of something in front and gets cleared out of the Kings zone. 3:20 to go. The Oilers not going away here as of yet. This one, 3:15 remains here in this third period of play. 3-2 the score between the Kings and the Oilers. Tipped down into the Oilers zone, an icing call against the LA Kings. 3:08 to go here in this third period of play. Brian, you're feeling a 4-2. I'm just feeling a victory. That's all I need right now, right here. Hopefully we can get that and come away on the better side of it. As Zach Hyman in behind the net, he fired the shot. Save made by Korpisalo. And this one now, we've got 3:08 remaining here in this third period of play. Face off down for Derek Ryan with Derek Ryan and Evander Kane and Mr. Connor McDavid. That's who's on the ice right now. So this one's going to be backhanded in the neutral ice inside the last 3 minutes to go here. This one's going to go back the other way as Rice. I did see that prediction way back when. We'll see if that comes true as this one's backhanded in front. Save made by Stuart Skinner on the short side shovel shot. As this one's going to come now for Connor McDavid to wheel and deal out of his own zone, cut into the near side boards, up the boards as he continues to battle here. He couldn't get the Jets going. That's okay. Back the other way here for this one here now for the Oilers as they continue to push this one ahead. Desharnais gets it in. 2:26 to go here in this third period. Jeff, you just made mention as, yes, we've hit 700 of you watching back home. Thank you so much for having Dolynny TV on as your choice to finish off this Oilers game. 2:13 to go here in this third period. The Oilers start away. Here's Nugent Hopkins, rips the shot wide of the net. 2:06 to go now in the third period as the Kings come back the other way. Third period shot blocked there for Kempe. And this one's going to be flipped back out by the Oilers. $1:58 to go here, friends. If you haven't left a like on the stream as well, Terry's reminded me to ask for that. Definitely do that if you're enjoying this Oilers game so far. $1:50 remains here in this third period. Played on down to Stuart Skinner. Skinner will look to make a play. He'll rim it off the boards free. The Oilers kick it back to the defense and then flip it out into the neutral ice. Dursey plays it down. Kane gets away with a cross check. No penalty there. And we're going to go back around the boards. If you're in the chat right now, I do apologize. I can't get to you as it's all the way down to Stuart Skinner. Skinner backhands it to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard back to the point. The Kings skated out of the zone. $1:20 to go here in this third period between the Oilers and Kings. It's an offside at the line. An empty net now for the Kings, and they're going to send Korpisalo back to the net. As everybody, welcome in. If you're just tuning in, I'm Tyson, this Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for being aboard. What you can do right now for me is just enjoy the rest of this hockey game alongside me, all right? That's all I'm asking. Let's enjoy the heck out of this one. Finish it up. It's going to be a good little finish. And let's get this going as there's been some big shots in this third period where we're talking there should be some penalties on the play, but they're letting the boys play on now. $1:18 to go. Timeout for the LA Kings. So friends, if you want to come back for game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6, game 7, whatever it takes for the Oilers to win this series, I want you to hit that subscribe button right now. I'm making no bones of it. I am an Oilers fan, so I hope you're kind of okay with that, but I would love to have you aboard right now here on Dolynny TV. And I want to say a big shout out. I know I gave a big shout out to everybody watching back home. Joel, thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate that. Joel, everybody that's donated tonight, thank you so much. But I want to give a big shout out back home to everybody right now that knows me personally, that has dealt with me in real life, that is watching me right now here on Dolynny TV as we approach 800 of you. You know what? For those of you that have listened to me enough times over about YouTube, that have listened to me natter on and on and on about the great things that one day I'm going to achieve, thank you so much for being here, showing up, and being a part of 802 of you watching back home as we finish this third period of face-off at center ice with $1:18 to go, as this one's won back by the LA Kings. Dursey will backhand it off the glass and in to try and get possession for the Kings, who now have an empty net with $1:10 to go here in this third period of play. It's rimmed around the boards. The Oilers get it out of the zone, not quite, as Kane tries to keep it in one last time. So think about this, right? We're talking about benching Kane, and Jay Woodcroft has him on the ice in the final minute of this hockey game. 53 seconds remain. The Kings get going here as it's going to come back the other way into the Oilers zone as it's an icing call against the LA Kings with 4:66 left on the clock here in this third period of play. Friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV, as I know a lot of you are just joining. Really, really appreciate you being along for the ride tonight. It's been fantastic. Corpus Sallo's going back into the net here. They're trying to wind down this clock. LA leads this series 1-0 right now. The Oilers trying to close them out. Homelander, glad to see you. You were able to make it at long last. And we're just trying to close out this game here to tie this series right here, right now, as Draisaitl comes over to Danault and gives him a little what's up, as this one will be a face-off for Draisaitl with 48.1 seconds to go in the third period of play. This one won back by the LA Kings. Drew Doughty out to play this puck. He'll backhand it off the end boards. Now the Kings force it back the other way. Draisaitl just about took a trip with 36 seconds remaining. Kane can't battle it out of the zone. The Kings with the empty net once again. This one's going to be shot fired back the other way, and here comes Leon Draisaitl and Evander Kane. Evander Kane across. And friends, for all of you who had Evander Kane scoring the empty netter, you know how this one was going to go. Evander Kane closes it out, a 4-2 lead for the Edmonton Oilers with 22.3 seconds to go. I can't even celebrate that one, to be honest with you. I am so broken up over this game already. I am beat up, and now LA is doomed in game number 2 as the Oilers get the job done here to get this one done. Friends, Billy, thank you again for the donation as well. You guys have been fantastic, stepping up all playoffs long so far with that, all season long as well. And this one, just great defense here by the Oilers to clear it out from the front of the net. Drew Doughty's good shot. Stuart Skinner the save, and then Evander Kane doesn't overhandle that puck. Makes the save. 17, 16, 15. Kings rip it into the Oilers zone. 12, 10. Skinner the save. 8, played in front. The Oilers batted away. 5, 4, 3, 2. Corner pile up. 1, and you can kiss this one. Done. The Oilers on the final buzzer win this one 4-2 in regulation. There ain't gonna be no sweep this series as the Oilers get right back into it, splitting the home difference with the LA Kings to begin this one. And friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV as you have just experienced game number 2 live here from the basement. Thank you so much for being aboard tonight. Really appreciate it. On your way out, friends, as the Oilers wrap up a 4-2 victory. If you'd be so kind to hit that subscribe button before you head out, that would be greatly appreciated. I will see you back here 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 9:30 Eastern, 10:30 Atlantic, 9:30 Central, or 8:30 Central, sorry, and 6:30 Pacific Time for game number 3 here on Dolynny TV between the LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. Thank you to everybody for doing the job. Alana, thank you for hanging out all day. Really appreciate that as well. And now we are done. And I got to send a text message before we go. And we did, as we found a way to win this hockey game for the Oilers tonight. Stoney, thank you everybody for the kind words. Jordan, thanks for hanging out all night. Really appreciate that. Jordan, of course, a day number 1er here on Dolynny TV way back in the day. Friends, one last check of everything here on the channel before you head out. The Oilers win 4-2, by the way, if you're just tuning in, as we end up finishing up with 995 hours watched on the stream. You know what? I'm going to keep this going. We're going to review this final score one last time based on who scored, and then I'll let you go as I am going to bed before 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night. Derek Ryan scored the first goal of the game. Barely meant to shoot that puck the way he did, but he got it in nonetheless. Leon Draisaitl, Darnell Nurse the assist. Leon Draisaitl scores his 3rd of the series already from Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard. The Kings answered back, scored 2 in the second from Danault and Velarde, and then Klim Kostin, unassisted, and Evander Kane from Leon Draisaitl, who's now got 5 points in 2 games, scores the empty netter, and the Oilers won 4-2. Klim Kostin ends up being the hero tonight. Friends, thank you so much for being aboard. One more time, if you can, on my way out, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that. Thank you to everybody that's already done that. Thank you for everything tonight. And I mean this seriously. I appreciate it so much. And with that, have a great sleep. I'm going to work tomorrow. Well rested because we're not going to bed past midnight. I am up on out of here. Enjoy it. The Oilers tie the series 1-1.